Everybody, welcome. We are in episode 1, numero uno of our homebrewed campaign, Factions of Fate. Yeah. Yeah. This is a game set in the Forgotten Realms, somewhere around the 5th edition calendar of events. We just kind of make stuff up as we go. So
yeah, whatever. We're getting the band back together.
It'll be Forgotten Realm-ish. Yeah. This game will feature 3 characters returning from our homebrewed Lost Mine of Fandalver game. But watching that game is not required to enjoy this one.
But you still should.
Please do.
There may be some Easter eggs and callbacks for those who have watched the series, but this is a standalone adventure for as long as the characters survive.
Well, there's
if you are interested, we have done our version of Session 0 games that allow me to get to know all of these guys as I'm DMing and let the players exercise their characters in role-playing combat. So if you did watch those, there might be minor tweaks to your characters as we kind of like figure things out between games. So don't be surprised if a nameplate change or a number changed from one or the other. That's just everyone gets a chance after Session 0 to make minor changes. But if you haven't seen them, you can go back to the catalog and watch those. So let's see. That was our Session 0, and we covered all the house rules there. I'll put the house rules below if somebody didn't want it and they're just curious why we do something different. All the house rules are there, as well as the character information, which is going to be below. Some character information. All the characters have a thing called a fate boon, which is a little minor power tweak. You can look below to see what that is, but as they encounter them during the game, you will cover it, what they do. Also, the one change we're going to make is for inspiration, instead of getting another D20 roll, they get to add a D6.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't do a lot of inspiration, mostly because I always forget about it. But I will try my hardest to remember at least once a level. Somebody should get inspiration. One of you is going to get inspiration.
Once a level.
I throw it out in the middle of the
level
room.
9.
I throw it out in the middle of the room, and I'm like, the strong shall survive.
If anybody's feeling inspired, just call it out. It'll be good. It'll be good. And you can comment below if somebody felt inspirational to you too.
Yeah. Let us know. Hey,
good idea.
If you vote in the comments, maybe he'll give us inspiration.
I have had people tell me I should give one of you guys inspiration in the comments, and I have done it. Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
Keep egging them on, guys.
I'm not guaranteeing you, but I'm saying that has happened.
Could help.
All right.
Asterisk.
So just a note on schedules: due to family obligations and some challenges to job situations, we'll probably take a few more weeks off this time than we did last game. Instead of trying to fit 2 or 3 people where 2 people are gone and stuff, we're just going to skip those weeks. I think it'll make it easier for everybody because this is more of a homebrewed story, and I don't want to just have people jumping in and out as much.
Yeah, we're not getting paid for this. This is for fun.
Yeah, this is the funsies.
Yeah.
He just wants more time to exploit our weaknesses.
Yes, I do.
He's really good at that.
Thank you. I'm very proud of that statement. So you should be proud of us too. And so you can do us a favor and you can like and subscribe to the channel. Your subscription tells YouTube that they should recommend us to other people. So
that would be awesome.
Yeah. And if you have a bunch of people on your friends list that you don't like, then like us, and maybe they'll get to endure us as well. So also you can leave a comment below for just about anything. We'll go from, I'm very bad at that, like telling people like and subscribe. So I actually have to put it in my notes because otherwise I would never remember. So just subscribe and ignore the rest of the time. Anybody else have anything else you want to cover right away? Something I forgot, guys?
Don't think so. Think you got it.
Let's go.
All right. So this is I'm trying to keep this short, but I'll say this. I have a few shout outs. First, thanks to all those people who have interacted with us in our videos for chatting below. We know who all you guys are, and we appreciate it. So that's really cool. Some of them have been with us since the beginning. I just talked with somebody and just back and forth a couple of times with the notes, and they said they were like our 13th subscriber. So
was that 20 cats?
Yeah, 20 cats it is. Yeah. So that's awesome. Also, one of our favorite fans as well, Craig, remember Craig? You might have
poster.
Yeah, he made the poster for Lost Men of Fendover. So he came through again and he made us another poster for Troubles in Otari.
Really?
Yeah. So
Really?
but what I'm going to do is instead of wasting the beginning here, time here at the beginning, because that's for a different game. We didn't get a chance to get it done before the Troubles in Otari was done. I'm going to use as a teaser. So stay to the end of this game, and then we're going to do the poster, and we can sit and ooh and ah over it. It's pretty cool.
Oh my god.
It's pretty cool. So we'll do that. So Craig, we didn't forget about you. We appreciate it, and
Yes, thank you.
yeah,
I'm so excited.
but we will come do it back at the end. And if we forget, I'm literally going to call everybody here tomorrow. We filmed that part. And then, so if we have different shirts on during that, I really messed up. Finally, legal stuff and links to maps that were not created by us are in the description below. Most are from like official WotC products purchased from professional map makers or pulled from Creative Commons sources like Incarna's clonable published library maps. I'll try to include a link to the original one, but I guarantee you that almost all the maps we pull, we change a little bit. So that's just because I can't stop tinkering with stuff. All right. So all of that intro stuff is behind us. We have a world of dungeons and 6 drones to unleash on the world to embark on this great journey. So
Danger.
and so you guys ready to begin a new campaign?
Yes.
Let's do it.
I drank some water, so I'm good. All right. Cue the music. It's time to begin. Yeah. Okay, ready? Here we go. I gotta get my announcer voice in. All right.
In a world.
Yeah. In a world. All right, here we go. Welcome, brave adventurers, to a world teetering on the precipice of darkness, where the threads of fate hang delicately in the balance. For eons since before the first sundering, the descent of the Drow, the rise and fall of the empire of the Nethril, the gods have watched over Faerun, their divine laws guiding the course of history and maintaining harmony among mortals. Yet, in the shadows, unseen by the eyes of the righteous, sinister forces have gathered, plotting to seize control and reshape the world according to their malevolent desires. These dark factions, long banished from the annals of history, have dared to defy the will of the gods, delving into forbidden magics and unspeakable rituals in their quest for power. Their influence spreads like a malignant stain, corrupting minds and twisting souls to serve the nefarious ends. As champions of previous campaigns, it falls upon you to rise against the encroaching darkness, to uncover the truth behind the forbidden rituals and thwart the sinister plans of these malevolent forces. Your journey will take you to the farthest reaches of the world, from the ancient forests to lands of perpetual darkness, to the greatest conflict any mortal dare face. Did I oversell it? Maybe.
Yeah. I liked
Are we
it.
mortals?
Beware, for the
No.
path ahead is fraught with peril, and the enemies you face will stop at nothing to see their dark design come to fruition. From the depths of chaos to the doorstep of the gods, you will confront horrors beyond imagining and challenges that will test your strength, courage, and resolve.
Did you say horrors?
Yes.
Just checking.
Yes, I did say horrors. Yes. Yeah. Plural. In this epic struggle for the fate of Faerun, the choices you make shape the course of history. Will you stand as beacons of hope against the encroaching darkness, or will you succumb to the temptations of power and doom the world to eternal night? No one picks the second one.
And romance, Shadowheart.
I mean, maybe it's sounding pretty tempting.
It is. The Forgotten Realms hangs in the balance, and you have the power to tip the scales. Are you ready to embark on this perilous journey and become the heroes of legend? The time has come to confront the factions of fate.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I just have this picture in my head of a very old Flandre O'Donnell with a bunch of kids, and they're all going, "Granddad, you're so weird."
Here we go. I of course wrote a little intro for you guys. Be ready to interject and jump in. After you get a chance to each of you describe your characters, and then we will have actually Nate and Eric will be kind of in the second part of the adventure. They'll be stepping in and out. So just look for them a little bit later. So just so everyone's on the same page where we're at. First day is, it's hard to get everyone together. All right, here we go. The day has grown long as two weary travelers make their way along the Tribor Trail. It's been a long journey for these two travelers, and the thoughts of a good meal and a fine tankard of ale are at the top of their minds. They have seen no other travelers on the trail, but they did spot hobgoblins in the ruins of Conyberry. They gave the town a wide berth and traveled uninterrupted the rest of the way. One of these two men rides on a black horse, his vibrant purple jerkin laced in gold and a lute strapped across his back. The second one is the closest thing to a walking shadow. He is an elf with pale skin, and every piece of fabric, even the sword at his hip, seems to defy color. They have been on the road for a good part of a 10-day and have exhausted all pleasantries. Between rising hills to the north and south, they spy the twinkling lights of a town in the distance and hear the faintest sound of people far from sight. The man on horseback glances to the south, suddenly realizing the patches of trees, this is for you, Flander, that seem to stalk the road have changed. The canopies of green have been consumed by reds, yellows, oranges, as if nature here refuses to relinquish autumn, even though it's the heart of summer. Graham, please give me a description or in some detail of your character. One, Flander O'Donnell traveling on horseback. What does he look like?
Well, he's a half elf, and he's fairly extravagantly dressed, and he's got a lute strapped to his back, sort of a dirty blonde hair, and green eyes, and he sits in the saddle, and he's sitting up straight. He sort of radiates personality.
Oh.
And
It's got personalities.
and he looks down at Jaru and he asks him, "Do you have the means to examine an object and then an enchanted object and see what it has been enchanted to do? By any
Jaru,
chance?"
why don't you describe who Flander is looking at?
All right. Zuru is actually Shatter Kai, which is basically a shadow elf. At first glance, he could be easily mistaken for a moon elf, unless he's standing next to one, and then he's much, much paler. But not quite like a corpse. His face does have life to it. His eyes, though, are almost gray on gray. His hair is like dirty dishwater gray. All of his clothing is kind of like bleached out or faded. It's not a whole lot of spots of color on him. Like silver or any kind of metal is tarnished, kind of tarnished, like old. And his face though is almost like a mask. It's so smooth, very little wrinkles or anything like that.
You've got a filter.
I have a filter.
You're constantly.
I do have a
Instagram filter.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have it on all the time.
Yeah. So Graham, Flander looks down at this. I don't know if you'd call him macabre, but he's definitely off-putting, maybe a little bit. That being sort of like shadowy in the way he is. And what does Flander want to ask Jaru?
Basically, I want to ask him if he can do identify magic.
Yes, I am a wizard. Yes, I can do that.
I wonder if you could do me a little favor. The pixies gave me this little flower, and I wonder, it's definitely enchanted. They did some interesting things to it and sprinkled it with lights and things. And I'm just wondering, can you tell me what it might do and how to activate it?
Yes, I certainly can. We will need to sit for a bit because I do not have that memorized. I will have to cast it ritually.
Well, there's no hurry. And
so do you want it now, or do you want it when we get to the town, which I assume that's it.
I can imagine it can wait until we get into the town. We'll find a place where we can sit quietly and get it done.
Yes, very good. Let us continue.
All right.
And as
The
we're
horse.
wandering, I would like to ask, and I haven't asked up until now, Jaru, because I hardly know you and I don't want to pry, but you are of Elvish heritage, correct?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Because you are
I
like
am
no elf I've
Shadaka.
ever met.
Sometimes known as a shadow elf.
Yep.
I hail from the Shadowfell.
And that's how you met Gashar.
Yes.
So what kind of a place is the Shadowfell? I am intrigued.
He like kind of sets himself into like a professorial mode. Yes, in the beginning, there was a spot of just all was light, all was potential, all was possibility in everything, potential for everything. Also in that potential was a potential for nothing. These two things became the planes. They became one of positive energy, one of negative energy, radiant or necrotic. There are many names for these things. You feel like he's going to keep going for like a long time.
All right. Do you want to keep walking, or you going to start the horse walking while he talks?
Yeah, well, if he breaks for a moment, that is fascinating. How did you come to be on the Prime?
That is a story, yes. Like I said, I spoke with Gashar, or at least the shade of Gashar. It wasn't truly Gashar. And he gave me a description and told me stories of his wonderful friends. And things happen. The Shadowfell is not for the faint of heart. It's a very dangerous place if you are unprepared. And I had to leave quickly, or else very bad things may have occurred. And I have a thing that allows me to create a temporary portal from the Shadowfell to the Prime. Unfortunately, it is only one way. But I did that, and the first thing that popped into my mind as I was speaking to Gashar was the town of Phandalin that he told me about in so much detail. I could picture it and actually create the portal that led to there. And then I found you.
Well, certainly by good fortune that you did. You've turned out to be a most amiable travel partner and a valuable ally.
Our paths align, so we shall work together.
Yeah. Speaking of the fact that Flander had a friend of who traveled with him, Gashar, who unfortunately met an untimely end. But now, yeah. But for some reason, 2 years after the untimely end, this strange visitor appears that says he spoke with him, but just a few months ago or a month ago, like no time,
Days ago.
Yeah. So it's kind of a crazy odd story for sure. So the horse moves slowly, inching toward town. The ever autumn woods to the south thickens with each step. The hills fall away from the road, widening it. But the ground here is uneven and broken beyond the well-worn path. A few scattered buildings emerge under the fading sky. The long shadows of your bodies are like arrows pointing toward town. A little red squirrel darts from the bushes across the road, some 100 yards ahead of you, launching itself into the autumn woods soon after. You hear skittering through the woods. Between an opening, deeper in the forest, you catch the shape of a white horse who meets both of your gazes.
Does it have a horn?
Give me a perception roll.
Perception.
What'd you get?
A massive 8.
No, eight's not. Sometimes 8 is enough, but not
There's
in this
not
case.
this time.
What'd you
Not
get,
this time.
Bram?
Oh, I got a ring.
Got a 9?
We have
Oh,
we have the sun. We have the setting
your
sun in our
face.
eyes.
Heading saying is at your back. You see the long shadows, but perhaps
It's a
you would.
reflection.
The thing is, with this autumn woods and the sun being low, it actually casts a kind of amber glow across the bushes that are facing the sun, the top tree canopy, and it kind of creates a big contrast between that and the dark. So the shape of this horse is probably just in too much shadow for you to make out if it has a horn or not. It stares at you as you kind of start walking by, and it's looking at you. Is there anything else you want to do, or you want to leave it?
We didn't see it.
You saw the horse.
We saw the horse?
You didn't see if it had you didn't see purposely whether it had a horn or it didn't have a horn. It could just be a horse, or it could be a magical unicorn from the land of whatever.
Does it perchance have a saddle?
The Feywild.
You didn't, with that perception, you didn't perceive it might not even have back legs. It may be generated by Midger. It has 17 fingers and no back legs.
Are these creatures common in your? I've never been to the Prime.
Not running wild.
They don't run wild. They are
Generally,
created.
no. No, they're bred. Mostly by people who breed them for other purposes, like riding, and I gesture to Fireball, and also for as traction engines to pull plows, wagons.
Beasts of burden. Yes, of course.
Yeah,
The horse is named Fireball.
my horse is named Fireball. Yes,
Cool.
Is
That's not. Is
this
I'll tell you
horse
why when I
perhaps?
meet up with you.
That's such a foreboding name.
I know. We foreshadowing. It's not good.
Go ahead, Mike.
I can cast Fireball. Is this horse possibly someone's?
It is possible. Can
I
we go up
cannot
and
make
take
details out at this distance.
Okay, I'm going to dismount and approach the horse.
All right,
see-
here's what I want you to do. I want you to give me a check, and what I want you to do is I want you to give me first of all a persuasion check.
Oh, you're the one to do that.
We still have animal handling. We do still have animal handling.
Persuasion?
Yes.
Oh my
Oh
god!
no.
What'd you roll?
Oh, did I roll? That's the wrong thing.
Oh, you froze up on me. There you go. You're back.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
I 11.
11. Wow.
Subtly increasing.
You know, it's
Did you
great
roll
when
a
your
1?
when your amp goes to 11.
A 2.
That's awesome. But when your persuasion goes to 11, not that great.
You should
So
try your horse with you. The horse could help be your. It could give you an advantage to your talking to the horse.
yeah. So Flander climbs off his steed Fireball and turns to walk into the woods, walking closer. But as he does so, the moment he reaches out and kind of breaches that very beginning parts of the forest where the forest just basically touches his feet, the horse turns and bolts into the darkness of the forest.
Did you see anything? Any identifying marks? Perhaps bridle or saddle? I think you called it.
It didn't look like it was wearing a saddle when you saw it spin, but it was quick.
Yeah. It just it took off before. I think it's very likely that it may very well be wild. A tamed horse would quite often be approachable, but that one was very skittish.
And these woods
It may
are
well be
odd
wild.
because there are many colors. They don't. They seem to defy nature's laws. It's middle of summer and it's already turning. Whether does it turn early or you're not sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of wondering right now. It just suddenly became autumn, and here we are midsummer. It's very
Well,
strange.
this is not normal. I do not know.
This is not
It
normal.
is. It is very pretty.
It is.
Now you're distracted. Maybe that's why your perception was so low because it was just you're so drawn by the hues of reds and oranges and yellows that are just so different, so foreign to anything else that you're used to that your eyes are just captured by the sights of the bright colors.
Yeah, he's
That
very
will be
much-
my excuse.
You saw a squirrel. There was one
Yeah,
across-
squirrel.
Yeah. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
All right. Are you
Well-
going to then head on toward town, or?
Yeah, let's head on toward town.
All right.
You do not wish to have a hook,
I don't know where you're going with that.
adventure hook.
Oh, adventure hook. Yeah. Put you. Should I lay some rails?
Yeah. Some rails.
Throw them down.
All right. Railroad.
I'm rather
stop
eager to go
today.
see my friends.
Yeah. All right.
Giroux doesn't care either way. So
Yeah. And we got to keep the story moving.
Yeah. As long as you guys are actually doing something, I don't care. I just like to make sure things are moving. So,
absolutely.
all right. The Tribor Trail is now walled by a rise to the north, a natural wall that is as high as 30 feet at times. The autumn forest thins now. So you can see that autumn forest starts thinning out as you're walking. Over the rise, you can see, like where you look over the 30 feet, you can see farmhouses in the distance and a windmill back there. But it's a really steep rise. 30 feet is quite a bit. It's away from the road and it rises up 30 feet. So you're probably not going to be able to go that way if that's the way you want to go. You probably have to go around it. The Tribor Trail morphs seamlessly into an adjoining trail on the road from the south, while ahead of you, you see shops and homes line the way. The scent of horses takes over any other smell. I'll bring up the local Tribor map and we'll go from there. Although I will say that because it's a city map, it's sort of suggested map. It's not really like
To
inch
scale?
by inch to scale. So it's more or less for us to point to stuff and kind of keep reference. So don't move your tokens on there 2 squares and think you're going a certain regular distance. All right, let me bring up. You're coming in from the Tribor Trail, as you can see on the map, and so you should be able to find yourself. Yeah, that's about right. That looks good. And you're just kind of coming. That's where that adjoining trail from the south is coming in. You can see it.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll go from there. Ahead of you is a well-armored man on horseback, standing at a crossroad. It's the long shadows are just streaming out, and the sky ahead of you is this mixture of purples and deep blues. But if you look behind you, you can still see the bright lights of the setting sun. So it's not exactly night, but not exactly much more time left in the day.
It is twilight. Beware of sparkly vampires.
Yes. No, yeah, for sure. Team Jacob. All right. When he sees you emerging from the trail, you kind of circle around there. He tugs on the reins of his horse, begins trotting toward you. He has a well-trimmed, frosted black beard and a brow weighed down by a heavy helm. A bastard sword is tied to one side of the horse, and the shield with the emblem of 3 boars charging on a red field on the other side. He's quite a bit of distance away from you, but he begins trotting toward you. What are you all going to do? Charge? Run forward? Attack?
I'm going to
Cast
meet him.
fireball.
This is going to be a fantastic time to cast Fireball. 8d6, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, there you go.
I could upcast.
Yeah, there you go. I mean,
Hey, watch where you're slinging fireballs. I live here now.
A little early to play that card, I think. Okay, he will
Drew
just. Flander will approach him. He'll hold his hand up and say, "Hail and well met, good sir."
all right, you're going to walk. He's a little bit away from you, but you see he's trotting toward you, and you yell across to him. Anything you're going to do?
Did you stop?
I stopped. Yes.
Okay. I will stop kind of a little bit back and behind.
Okay, cool. Yeah. He comes trotting up, and he stops about 15 feet in front of you on his horse, and he looks at you and says, "Welcome to Tribor. I am Garrig of the 12. The free town of Tribor is under my protection as decreed by Lord Protectorate Darathra Strandrel. Might I know your names and the purpose of your visit?"
My name is Flander O'Donnell. I am a bard. We have just ridden from Fandel, and this is my friend, Jaru. Can you
Yeah,
tell me the
fine,
way
Jaru.
to the residence of good Sir Eckankar? I'm an old friend of his.
Flander. Ah, yes. Mr. O'Donnell. Yes. The bard. Yes. Mr. Dune, well, Eckankar, he's a friend of mine. He told me many times about you over a pint. It's a pleasure to meet you. I've never thought I'd hear from you again. It seemed that you've been gone for some time.
Pleasure is all mine, Sir Garrig. Any friend of Flanders or any friend of Sir Eckankar's is a friend of mine.
Well, let me tell you that if you're looking for him, you're not going to be able. You're going to have to go up past the windmill there, and he points up toward where the slope goes up, and it's quite a distance. It's 20 to 30 feet up that heavy slope. You might be able to climb up it, but you're not going to take a horse up there. He recommends that you travel around the long way, and so he points you to the east, and he says follow the trail to the north, and you can follow the farms past the windmill. You should see his house. He leans in, kind of gives you a little smile, and he says it's the one under construction.
Thank you, good Garrig. We will take that route, I think.
All right. Anything you're going to do as you wander through town, you walk past right to here in the town here. As you walk down here, you see a sign here that says that next to this building here, this building right here, you see a sign, and on the sign it says 6 Windows is the name of it. And when you walk past it, you see this old woman. She is standing in the window. And she's leaning forward, and she has her forehead on the glass, and she's watching you as you go by, and she seems to perpetually smile.
It's not creepy at all.
It's normal old lady behavior.
Yes.
6 windows. What kind of a place is 6 windows?
It looks to be an inn, and they most likely have vacancies as nobody seems to be there.
Are there weird faces
Why
in
would
the other
why
5
would we
windows
go
too?
there?
No, just the one place.
Are there 6 windows?
Yes, there is.
Wow. Aptly named.
Well,
Shall we carry on, or are we going to ignore this hook as well?
oh, I think we could reserve lodgings for the night if we wish.
If brave Sir Eckankar, if his dwelling is under construction, perhaps we will not be welcome there. So perhaps yes.
All right. Well, we will go in then.
All right, you approach the 6 windows.
This creepy woman just keep staring at us.
As you approach, she seems to just sort of stare at you in this kind of strange way as you approach. And as you get closer and closer, she begins to kind of like get excited. She goes, and she disappears into this, and everything's dark. As she steps away, sort of just her distance away from the glass, she just kind of just disappears away.
This might feel pretty normal for you coming from the Shadowfell, right?
Yeah.
Going into shadow.
Yeah, it's very.
Yes.
It's nothing to see here. We're all fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, well, I've been frequenting some of the less reputable places of Baldur's Gate and Waterdeep. So
All right.
I don't think that'll bother me too much.
As you step up the stairs, they kind of creak under your feet from being a little neglected. You go to open the door when it suddenly springs open, and a woman on the other side, dressed in a long gown, but probably not fit for going out, probably made for cleaning or sleeping. She says, "Ah, welcome to 6 Windows. We have plenty of space. Come." And she reaches out and snatches your hand and tries to drag you inside with joy and glee. Come.
Zuru steps back.
I'm going to presume you have rooms for the night.
Oh, plenty of room. Come. Yes. Here we go. Come.
What is the old adage?
You remind me of my husband. Oh, he's gone now. Don't worry. You'll be fine. Come.
That's right. Flanders is pretty too, isn't he?
Yes, he's beautiful.
Reminds me of the old adage, never pick the first inn.
Yes. Well, perhaps we have a couple of errands to run before we settle in for the night.
Oh, you should change first. Come. I'll show you your room. You don't want to have those travel garb in Tribor. You look too overdressed. This is so pretty. And she starts caressing and press your kind of plumes on the side, your purple. She rubs it, and she seems to, for a moment, be dazzled by the gold leaflet filigree on the edges of your doublet there.
She's
Is
so enchanted.
Flander bedazzled?
Hold my hand away, and we may come back a little later. Thank you very much. Let's get out of here.
All right, you back
Yeah,
away.
Giroux's down the stairs. He's like,
You back away, and she comes to the front of the stoop as you walk by, and she puts her hands on both ends of the stoop, like on the sides of the stoop, and she leans forward, and she's like, "I'll be here when you come back."
Very well. Thanks for the look around.
I remember your name, Flander.
I believe I will be camping out in the woods.
I don't believe I dropped my name to her.
Everyone knows who you are, my beloved.
Yeah,
Time to go.
Yeah, I think we'll get a recommendation from Eckankar of where to stay. Good afternoon, good lady.
I do have a magical hut. We can sleep out in the woods.
She begins to sing the ballad of brave Sir Eckankar. Brave Sir Eckankar. But she says
Come on.
Eckankar. And she sings
Who
it on
doesn't?
top of her lungs.
How does she even know that?
She just sings it. She starts rattling it as she's kind of swinging on the post. She starts swinging, and she does like almost like a 6-year-old or a 5-year-old little girl like would spin, or a boy or whatever. Just kind of merry-go-round, but she's singing to herself as she spins around. Her hair is laying back. You see her hair just kind of swinging back, and she's
Oh gods, we have a possession problem in town.
Good.
Got a fan. Big fan.
I suppose
Brave Sir Eckankar, the ballad that you sang to Fandolin after you returned from the adventure, which became, well, apparently regionally renowned now.
I didn't know I could sing that loud.
Let us proceed to your friends.
Yes, I think I think I would like that.
All right.
So we'll head up the road.
All right, as you start heading up the road. We'll take a break, and we're going to change scenes. We're going to change over to Eckankar, and we'll go from there. Let me change it up here. Eckankar Dune. He's a member of the Tribor 12 and the town's elite soldiers. The powerful Paladin of Ilmater spent the afternoon patrolling the town. That is his home. He ties his horse outside the small farmhouse. Eckankar, why don't you give us a kind of a glimpse of what you might be looking like today as you dismount?
Yeah, so he is a pretty tall human. He has long blonde hair and a beard in very big plate armor, and he has a massive shield on his arm and a hammer at his waist.
Nice.
So he's Thor.
Pretty much.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay. There we
You
go.
got to get a saddle.
I'm waiting for that scene where everything comes blowing off and you're completely naked. That's that Thor scene. You can see the butt
That's only
shot.
for Jorlins. Excuse you.
For your wife, Jorlins. Jorlins gets the butt scene. Okay.
She gets the butt scene.
All right. Nice.
If you're expecting that, you're looking at the wrong website.
All right. Here we go. The house is under construction, and the workers are still there, cleaning up after a day's work. 4 goblins hired from the local contractor. Do you remember his name? Erlam?
Oh, God.
Yeah, Erlam.
Yeah, Erlam. Yeah.
They're stacking tools and laying down ladders. They have made great progress the past few days. Walls are framed and laying in the grass, and a stone outline of the rooms are formed over earth cleared of grass. The tall alfalfa of the field shimmers against the fading light of the day. So, Eckankar Dune is about to take his horse into the barn. You're about to go into the barn when you hear your wife Jorlin's talking to someone in the house. There might be someone in your home. You want to put the horse away?
He'll first grab. He'll rip off a little bit of alfalfa and feed it to his horse, and then tie him up. Can I do a is it just like a normal conversation? Like,
well, you
does it
just
sound
hear, you just hear her
heated?
talking. Yeah, you can give me a
she's
perception roll. Give me a perception roll.
Does it sound like yelling? Does it sound like...
Yeah.
What did you get?
Let's see here.
Other proficiency.
22.
You're rolling with advantage, or what are you doing there?
I don't have for some reason I don't have access to turning advantage on or off for some
Really?
reason.
Oh, it's in the gear. Your setting.
So if you go to
gear?
the gear and then go to roll queries, you can select from always roll advantage
weird.
to toggle, and then there will be buttons at the top.
Well, that's so strange. That changed from last game. I didn't even. I never toggled that.
Those settings are per game.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Okay, no problem. Well, that's okay. We'll just go from there. So we'll go with the 22 because that seems fine for today.
It was the first of the two.
Yeah, it's the first of the two. Normally, when we have, if you ever watch our rolls and they're not supposed to have advantage or disadvantage, it's going to be whatever one is on the farthest to the left. That's what we're just going straight up that way. All right. As you approach the door, you can hear your wife Jorlin's talking. I and all those merchants could talk about was the magical bridge within Silvery Moon called it the Moon Bridge. They did. It's a shame neither of us have seen it.
Okay.
That's what she says.
Yeah. I'll tie up my horse and walk in.
All right. Through the window of the front door, you see Jorlin sitting at the kitchen table with a cup of tea in her hand, leaning on her elbows. Beside her is a massive blue giant with elk horns mounted on his back, his frame almost completely blocking Jorlin's from you. This is a recent friend of yours who you shared a bit of an adventure with in the Guerin slumber, the perpetual woods of autumn. Cameron, why don't you describe to us what your character Lear looks like?
Lear is a giant 7 foot tall, actually kind of slender for his size, big blue giant man. He's got kind of purplish hair and big long beard. His clothes, though made out of natural materials, skins, furs, various animal scales.
No polyester.
No polyester. But it's actually quite well tailored. He looks a little like nice, which is surprising for somebody who comes from the woods. But he's got that, and he's got his big spear with a silver unicorn horn on it at his in his hand at all times.
All right, Ek, you see through the window as you approach. You see Lear sitting there talking with Jorlins.
Yeah, Ek gets a bit of a smile. Like it's been I don't know if we've talked since our encounter, but he walks in. He's like, Lear, it's wonderful to see you. And he goes up to you and he puts a hand on your shoulder.
Jorlin says,
He goes in for them.
I saw your friend walking across the fields, and I called him in for tea. There's some ready here for you. And she says, and I can make dinner for us. She kind of steps up. As she does, you see that she is with child. She's probably about 5 months along. She steps up and kind of like grunts a little bit.
Oh, no, don't work too hard. I can make dinner for us.
Hey, well, I was talking with your friend. I saw some people out in the merchant shops. They were talking that they came from Silvery Moon. There's been some strange sightings on the road. They thought they saw some large creatures, and you said something about giants before. So I thought I'd talk to your friend Lear about it. I don't know if they were giants or not, but they sure said that there were some massive creatures on the road across the swamplands to the north.
And he kind of side glances over at Lear, like, this is, what does this sound like what you said you saw?
As she said, it's not confirmed, but it is a good lead. I might need to go and investigate this.
Aye, but really the important part was that they told me about the moon bridge. It sounds fantastic. Have you ever been there? I never asked you, Eck. Have you ever been to Silvery Moon?
No, I've heard tale. I haven't personally. I've always wanted to.
Hey, the moon. They say the bridge there is translucent and beautiful, made of pure weave, whatever that is. I always thought when they talk about the weave, it was grass, but it turns out it's something you can't even see.
I'm not too familiar with the weave myself either, but maybe one day we'll go together.
Well, we won't have any weave for dinner there, but there is some sausages there if you want to put it on the fire.
Yes. Yeah. No. Please sit back down. I'll get dinner going, and he'll first take his armor off. He'll doff his armor, and then get going on making dinner for everybody.
Lear will help out with his druidic magic. He'll kind of encourage some herbs to grow, so you have fresh herbs to add.
Dang, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
you got a built-in herb garden.
Yeah, we do.
Isn't that the Druidic prestidigitation?
Druidcraft?
Like that,
Yeah.
Druidcraft. Yeah.
I don't know if Druidcraft can do that or not. You have to let me know, but that's cool. Whatever happens, it's happening because that's a cool story element. All right, so yeah, you help create some stuff to add and decorate up the food. There's also a bunch of carrots that are there that she probably pulled from the market. Her talking about being at the market, she probably took a basket of goods from the small little farm just north of your house. She has a small little plot where she does some personal farming, and she trades other farmers for pieces, and that's how you sort of get dinner for different foods. People take turns and exchange things at the little marketplace.
Okay.
So as she does so, she sits and watches you work, and she says, "I thank you for making me food." And she leans over and she grabs Lear kind of by the arm a little bit, and she says, he's so good to me." And then she just kind of she kind of smiles. She goes, "And I like watching him work."
She gets the butt scene then.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go back to. We'll jump back to Flander. The group of you pass the windmill, the lowlands beginning to fill with the summer mists. So as you're walking, the sun has gone down for the most part. As you can see in the lowlands where you're kind of walking above it now on the ground, you're probably right about here. I'm guessing somewhere around about there. If I can get the map correctly, right about there. Put you right about there, sure. All right, so we'll put you right about there. Yep, perfect. Right here where you're coming up, and you can see to the south here. You can see the lowlands is kind of filling up a little bit of mist as the sun's kind of coming down. It cools quickly around here, and with all the moisture and all, it seems to get a little bit. It's not like a Halloween where you can't see, but just kind of see the mist. You're kind of rolling in a little bit as the sun goes down.
Right.
Ahead of you are several farmhouses. The fields here are thick with alfalfa, and its rich earthen smell disguises the endless stench of horses to the south. The closest house is in a bit of disarray. One of the walls has been completely removed, a burlap curtain in its place. The glow from within casts shadows of three figures. You kind of see them in kind of appearing against the burlap. Two sit at the table while another moves around. The shape walking around the table is instantly recognized, Flander, as Eckankar. You can make out her shape. You know that shape well. Mm-hmm. At the table is a woman for sure, but beside her is a massive shape of what might be assumed to be a very thin ogre with horns rising from its back. kind of looks odd.
Is it
4
nubby?
goblins are milling about the area, moving tools to the side of a house. A newly framed set of walls are laid out in the grass. The earth around the house has been cleared, and large stones mark out 2 future rooms on the ground. Beyond the house is a small barn. One of the goblins looks up as you approach, calling out, "Master Dune, you have visitors." You hear that, Eckankar.
Okay. Well, as I'm within earshot of the house, I start singing. I've been all over fair Faerun, I've ventured near and far, but none compare with the beard and hair of brave Sir Eckankar.
And you get an
upon-
inspiration
yeah.
for that.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Hearing that,
Inspiration.
if he's fiddling with whatever while he's making dinner, and he hears that, and he drops literally whatever he's holding onto the ground.
Giant
like-
pot of stew.
Giant pot suit, he drops whatever he's holding and bursts through the door, and he's looking around.
You instantly
They look
see him
startled for a
approaching.
second, like there might be a threat.
You see him approach. He has a strange for a half a second there, for the briefest second, you think in the shadows that it might be Hemo, but you instantly wipe that away because the shape of his elven friend is definitely not Hemo. You see him walking behind, kind of a little bit behind him, but you see Flander walking up, his arms out, he's kind of walking.
More
around.
extravagantly dressed than you remember.
Yeah.
Eckankar's his heart is just racing right now, and when he sees Flander, he runs to him and just full hug, picks him up and spins around.
Yep.
He's like, I didn't know when I'd see you again.
One of the
Well,
goblins looks over and says, "He never treats me like that."
Wow, so he's a hugger. Okay.
And Flander returns his embrace and says, "By the blood of Croving, it's good to see you."
And he you see these little winks of tears in his eyes, and he's like, I'm so happy to see you. Why have you come now? Why are you here?
Well, I've been all over South Faerun. I got up as far as Waterdeep, and just felt it was time for a reunion. So I traveled up to Phandalin, and please, this is Jeru. He's traveled with me from Phandalin. He's a friend.
Yeah, and
Greetings.
Ek is he's still holding you up, hugging you, and he looks at Jeru. He's like, set you down. He's like, excuse me. Jeru, pleasure. I'm sure any friend of Flanders is a good man. And he's just he can barely contain himself. He's just he still has a hand on Flanders' shoulder while he's talking to Jeru.
Lear comes out of the front door of X house, kind of out of the door frame underneath.
You see this
He's got
giant,
his staff kind of wielded warily.
this giant blue
Navi?
giant walking through and having a staff in his hand, and he's kind of led by this, has a big horn on top of the staff as he walks out. You were talking
everything
about
okay,
you were
Eckankar?
talking about unicorns before. Give me a perception roll. What'd you get?
10.
All right, that you see he has a staff.
He has a staff.
All right, he has some kind of a crystalline thing or something on the top of the staff as he walks by. But he is tall. He's over 7 feet tall. He's blue.
It'd be like, and to Flander, this is my friend, Lear.
Flander's eyes kind of bug out, and he looks at him, and he sort of extends his hand forward, and he says, "Are you Firbold?"
That is accurate, my good sir.
I've
He'll
heard
reach
about
out for a handshake.
I've read about your kind, but it was just the stuff of legend and lore. You truly exist?
Oh yes, indeed.
Well,
No,
this is
not many.
marvelous. Are there more of you?
Oh sure, not many, but we keep to ourselves.
Yeah, well, This is like seeing a legend come alive. I am a little overwhelmed. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And to you, sir. I'm
Like,
glad
wait,
I am
wait,
living up to your.
Yeah, Eck is just like freaking out. He's like, no, quick, we should come inside. I'm making dinner right now. Please, come inside. You as well, Jeru. And he's just like pushing Flander into his house.
All right, as you circumvent the goblins who seem to be cleaning up and kind of putting stuff to the side of the house, you enter into this small place. It is small, and by the time all of you gather into this small area with a small woman who is not as small because she's a woman and a half now, and she kind of comes to her feet and she says, "Hey, Flander,
Hello, Jones.
oh, how are you?" She comes walking out. She goes, I can't hug you like Eck did. I'm sorry." She walks up and she apparently was watching through the window. She comes walking up and she leans in and she gives you a big squeeze, but she can't squeeze you too close because she has a little bit of something interrupting her path.
That's quite all right. I had a word with your mother before we left. She's on her way up here apparently to help you out.
I know.
And she is expecting the best in hospitality. And I look over at Eckankar's horse. You will be paddled where you don't wear armor.
Oh, you leave the paddling to me, son. She kind of laughs about that. She looks past
Ex-blushing.
you to this strange elf walking in behind you, and she says, "Oh, hey, sorry. Welcome to our home. I'm Jorlin's. I'm Eckankar's wife.
I am Jaru.
Jaru, welcome. You're a friend of Flander, I see.
Yes.
Hi, did you come from Waterdeep too?
No, I came from much further away.
Hi, probably Baldur's Gate. I don't know. There's some strange folk there. Okay. Well, we're kind of light on the sausage, I'm afraid. We may have to run down to the market and get some more food if we're going to feed everyone. She kind of looks over at Eckankar.
No, please.
No, Flander being here, we should go. We'll go down to the local a bar and we'll order dinner. No, we must celebrate. I haven't seen Flander in years. He's just like giddy. He's like, no, we're going out.
Eckankar, as you're talking, you catch off the glimpse of your eyes. Everyone else is kind of talking and they're interacting with each other, but you actually see. From the window, actually from the reflection of a window outside, you see the kind of the glass ripple as something's moving outside. And when you look up, you see the glow of a small lantern as someone on horseback has come up to your home.
Okay.
You guys are all kind of packed up and you're having this great, it's very small space, but you kind of can see that somebody has approached your house on horseback. Outside,
and he's gonna kind of like nonchalantly just be like, "Please talk with Jorlins, all of you. I'll be right back. I left something on my horse." And he'll walk over to he'll leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You push outside, and as you do, you see a woman. She's young. She has this beautiful ebony skin. Her hair is cut short, and she wears the red colors of Tribor. You know her to be Kali. She is a soldier, and her family comes from Anrak, but she's been a devoted soldier of Tribor for the last several years. She rides up and she looks up and she looks up and she says, "Evening, Eckankar."
Evening. What's
I apologize. Looks like you are in company, but I was asked to call you to the Lord Protector's Tower. The Rathra Strandrel wishes to question you regarding the events and the Guerin's slumber.
Yes, of course. Give me a minute. I'll be right. I'll be right back. He'll walk back in and he'll look at Lear. He's like, Lear, they're asking me to come in regarding our recent adventure over there with the goblins and the exploding creatures. I think you
Hellish
could.
spiders, yes.
Yes, I think you could be a ally here and give them even more information, maybe than I could.
Absolutely, I am happy to go with.
Uh,
Will they all be like your neighbor? Should I change my form once again?
no. As long as you're with me, you don't need to do that.
Very good.
Yes, and you shall draw attention away from myself.
Flander, I am being called away on certain business, but please feel free to either come with me or stay here with Jorlins and have dinner. I unfortunately, this is an urgent matter.
Jorlin says, no, yeah, you all should could catch up. I'll straighten up here and meet you. Go into town. There's plenty of places to eat there, and then we'll settle in for an evening of drinks, and I'll make sure to serve from brandy for everyone. Not for me though, but everyone else. That she kind of laughs about it, and she leans over to try to pick the stuff off the floor that you had dropped.
He just looks very embarrassed. He's like, sorry about that. I was maybe a little overly excited.
And she kind of looks up. She goes, Were you really? Just a little? She kind of laughs at you, making fun of you.
A smidge, Jorlins. Just a smidge.
Hey, well, I'll be along then. Go ahead and Callie, how are you, love? And Callie just kind of gives her head nod, and she calls in from you from the open door, and she says, "Mr. Dune, will you be on your way then? I'll go report."
Yes, no, I'll be there as soon as I can.
And she kind of looks at everybody else, and she says, "I think you can take your time. I'm sure she can wait a few minutes." She kind of pulls the horse back as she gets the horse to turn around, and she rides off into the ever darkening evening.
We may travel with you as our paths align. We are getting back to the village, correct?
We are, yes.
Yes, I need to go to the Lord Protector's tower. It's in the center of town. I don't know how long it will take, but afterwards we'll all grab dinner together.
Mm-hmm.
Lead on.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else you're going to do here immediately before you head off to the Lord Protector's tower to talk to the Lord Protector Darath Rashandra?
Before I leave, I just want to be like, thank you for your work today towards the goblins who are there doing everything, and then I'll keep moving.
Yeah, they kind of give you a smile. They seem perpetually sort of like just happy to have this job. They've been working pretty hard at trying to get the place all put together.
Well, yeah, especially Jorlin's decided, we're doing 2 instead of just 1.
Yeah, you started out having 1 room, and then she's like, surprise, we're putting 2 rooms. So
Andrew looks into his, well, I love what you've done with the place.
Yes, it's a bit of a work in progress.
All right, you guys begin backtracking from across the path that along the rise that you had originally come through. You can see far in the distance, Kali is just kind of taken off on the horse. She doesn't seem to be waiting for you, but she feels that after several years of living here, that most likely Eckankar knows the way. So fine with it.
I'm not just going to ditch town.
Yeah, we're gonna switch now to our third group of people. That would be Hemo and Theo. All right. I gotta see if I can use this fancy map thing to actually make this work. Did that work? Hold on. It did.
It moved my map.
Yeah, move awesome. My map. Yeah,
that's what I call. I'm basically Pixar. All right. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. Meanwhile, at Oakenheel's School of Blades, the owner and master of swords, Hemo Oakenheel, leans against the door frame of his converted smithy, enjoying the pleasant early evening. Why don't you give me a description of yourself? One of the two moon elves that exist here in this little abode, this school.
Yeah, so though he is a moon elf, Hemo has blonde hair and a warmer skin than most of the moon elves. He's very tall for an elf. He's got long arms. He always has them bared and covered in sword scars from a long lifetime of learning how to use swords. And now he teaches as well. He has probably been teaching all day, so he's just wearing a long tunic, some baggy pants, and some simple shoes.
Please, Hammer, don't hurt him.
His belt containing his two scimitars and all of his various other blades, along with his armor, is hanging up on one side of the gym. And yeah, he stands up at the top of the hill to his school and likes to watch the sunsets.
All right. Within the school of Hemo, is Hemo's assistant Sanjit is practicing swordplay with a young woman. At the bottom of the hill, by the light post there, you see three young men lingering, exchanging a bottle as they carry on a conversation. You think these are probably farmhands of some sort, finding a somewhat quiet area where they probably snuck out a bottle from someplace, or are at the bottom of the hill drinking. Eric, anything that you kind of see that down there? Tribor is never quiet, yet there is an air of ease about the night. The school rests atop a rise protected from the thin mists that have gathered at the lowlands down the hill. Across the long road, the steady ring of Hemo's dwarven friend and legendary smith, Gelrin Fohammer, mills about his forge, cleaning up after a long day. Over Hemo's shoulder, as you look there, sir, Hemo's newest friend and recent addition to the school is a moon elf from Yartar, one Theoduluin. I have a hard time with that one. Theoduluin.
It's a rough
Zilna.
one.
Is it Zilna?
That's all right. You can just call me Theo.
All right.
Zilna, yes.
Yeah. Theo is sitting on a stool with some new contraption in his hand. Nate Theo is working hard on a craft. What do you kind of look like as you're sitting there?
Sure. As you mentioned, the second moon elf here, but he's a little bit shorter. He's like 5'11", pale skinned as well. A little bit of a bluish tint. He's got the blue silvery hair. His eyes are blue, so he's sort of leaning into that. But I don't think as bright as Cameron's character.
You're a proper moon elf.
just sort of like very pale colors. But he's wearing vibrant colors, and if you look close, it looks like he's pretty well crafted clothes. Bright green cloak that he's wearing right now with his hood down. Pretty vibrant brown breeches, and
Vibrant brown. What does that look like?
yeah, sort of maybe like a tannish.
Tannish, yeah.
Khakis. Wearing khakis.
Yeah.
He's wearing khakis.
He's wearing cargo shorts.
He's literally got a button up. Or is it like the casuals where you have it's like Hawaiian shirt?
Not that bright.
Okay.
Not that bright, but finely crafted. And yeah, he's very focused. If you're looking at him, he's absolutely tinkering on something. And you can see similar to your armor hanging up, but he does have a full plate armor that's just sort of self-standing in the room. And but it's pretty close by where he's at. But he's got just a pile of tools out, and the shop is pretty well tidied up right now as well.
Nice.
And you can see he's got a pale. From far away you might not see it, but he's got a pale scar that starts in his right chin and leads all the way down his neck and down into his below his tunic.
All right.
Not the prettiest.
Nate or Eric, you can see Sanjit lunges quickly, slapping a student's finger. The girl reels back, gasping, "Ah, Sanjit, that really hurt." Sanjit replies, that is the very reason why I have told you countless times to keep your guard in first position, Jenna. Hemo, you're suddenly distracted by two horses emerging from the lowland mists. You see them kind of trotting up from town. Each horse carries a rider dressed in merchant's garb. You recognize one of them as the owner of the Tribor Travelers, where they sponsored hirelings for caravans, dealing in horse trading, and frankly seems to have their hand in almost every transaction in town that happens. This is Erlam Stockspool. Traveling with him is another man. What do you see him kind of trotting up and kind of turning up toward the school as he comes riding up. You can see in the distance that your dwarven friend Fohammer is watching as they approach, almost as if Fohammer has that spidey sense. He's like, what's going on over there?
Is Erlam the same one who is working on Eckankar's house?
Well, yes, he is. In above board games, it is. But he's also the one. Remember that you had done the transactions with to get your school.
Oh yeah,
He's a contractor.
He's a bit of a magnate around here.
kind of. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What are you gonna? He kind of comes riding up. He's with some other person. You're not sure why. You don't know who this other person is at all.
Ah, Erlam. Good evening. Are you here for a demonstration? I have two of my best students in the gym right now. If you'd like to come watch.
So as he comes riding up, Erlan begins talking as the horse gets close, hearing you yell at him. Hey Mo, my friend, good evening to you. He comes riding up. Hemo, and he kind of comes riding up with this rider next to him. This is Consultant Meeks from Longsaddle. He unfortunately brings ill tidings, my friend. Both men dismount. The official from Longsaddle is a balding older gentleman. Let's see if I describe him. He's wearing like thin glasses and that are kind of dusted from the road. You know, like if you get for people who wear glasses, that it's impossible to drive. Yeah, and he wields instead of a sword or anything, he wields a satchel, like he has it on his hip, like he's ready to attack with some papers. Give me some paper guns.
The pen is mightier than the sword.
That's what. But he talks about this ill tidings. What are you gonna do? And feel free to Nate if you want to jump in at all. Man.
You're from Longsaddle. That's a bit of a ways. What brings you here?
I traveled a long way. Says this consultant Meeks.
What?
I traveled a long way to get here. So no sense in lingering on pleasantries. I'm afraid you found yourself in a bit of a situation, Mr. Oaken Heel.
Yes.
You seem to. Do you want to go inside, or do you want to just talk out here?
He's a barrister.
I look inside. Is Sanjit still sparring with?
Yeah. Apparently, Jenna is having a little bit of an issue with the way that she's being treated by her. She doesn't like being treated fairly by the teacher, and she's sort of walking off to the side. Sanjit kind of walks out to the door frame and is staring at you, more or less giving Jenna a moment to
Have her temper
have
tantrum.
her little temper tantrum before they continue.
Did you snipe her hand again, Sanjit?
How many times have I told her?
We're working on it. You don't need to bully the poor girl just because she can't seem to get that guard into position.
Better from me than from an enemy.
I mean, that is true, but if you drive her away, we'll never make a swordswoman out of her at all.
Mr. Oaken Heel,
Yes?
I'd like to get this taken care of. It's already late, and I've been on the road all night.
Welcome to Hemo Oakenheels. Something flashes in the workshop. He like stops and looks over. Puts that down.
He's here for me, Theo. Never mind. Carry on.
All right. I have this paper.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Fine. Come in.
He walks into the to the room where your school is. A converted house that at one time was more or less a luxury home with a large forge next to it. He walks in and he says, you see, the previous owner, Harriet Aldenath, was the last of her generation of Aldenaths to own this property. He kind of points around. However, upon her death, she left no heir apparent. The building was auctioned off to the Lord Protector and purchased by the tribal traveler. He points to Erlam. Well, soon after, the deed was transferred to you for this sum of money right here. Your contract. This is your name on the contract.
Yes, that is my signature and everything.
Don't worry. This home is yours. That's fine. However, so don't feel like you're. I should just continue. However, what was not known is that years prior to Aldenath's family ran into financial troubles and made an agreement with the Harpels of Long Settled. Are you familiar with them?
I can't say I've ever crossed swords with a Harpels.
In short, he draws out a stack of papers, holding them out to you. This building was held in collateral for a debt. Unfortunately, not all of debt was repaid, and now, with interest in been some time now, the building has a lien on it for the sum. He takes a defensive step back. 30,000 gold pieces.
Jesus.
Oh my god!
1,000. And this Aldermath woman, she owed this 30,000.
No. To be clear, the owner of this property owes 30,000. That would be your name right here. We agreed.
Yes, that was my name. I didn't purchase this.
Oh, it says it right here.
Property, yes.
It says you purchased the building, all assets and associated liens. That's right here.
Did I lean over to Erlam? Did we ever discuss this particular lien, Erlam?
Well, now I have disclosed everything I knew about this property before signing. Once it is in your name, it is strictly out of my hands.
Does it look like? But Erlam, this was a generational property. Surely you didn't. Surely you knew about this debt, right?
I will tell you this: that I purchased it at auction from the Lord Protectorate. It is above board, and all the paperwork is in order.
Is he hiding something from me?
Give me an insight roll.
That's a flat. That's a +0. I get a 5.
He seems to be as honest as the day
Perfect
before.
opportunity for Theo to walk in, making some
Poor
little bit of
emo.
noise.
These.
Oh, sorry about that.
So I'm afraid, and I'm sorry to inform you, the Harpels are looking to collect for the current obligations. Now, you do have a mine. You do get some of money getting to annually from the mine, correct?
Yes, much of it goes towards equipment and gear for my students.
Well,
Upgrades for the gym. Yes.
That's what the Harpels call an asset.
They wish to make money off the Mountain's Toe mine.
Oh, no. The asset is yours. You have it. But there is the problem of this sum of 30,000 gold pieces that will need to be repaid, that you have signed off on as part of the lien.
You didn't
Surely this could all be worked out some other way. Where are the Harpels in Long Saddle?
Yeah, that is right. You can certainly go to Long Saddle and try to speak with them if you'd like.
Theo comes over and leans over to you and says, "You should inquire about the original loan amount and the interest rate and the duration of that as well. Perhaps there's negotiating room there."
I have the full breakout here. He pulls out charts on paper.
You know what I mean?
Wait.
You gotta get into details sometimes. There might be a negotiating room in there.
What did you sign?
Don't agree to anything right now.
Don't pay anything, because then you'll be fully obligated to the rest of the payments.
Well, could I?
Nothing from Fortuna.
Could you make a copy of this?
Oh, these are your copies. I've already made them for you, sir. It's part of my agreement as representative of the Harpels that I do bring duplicate documents for you to sign. They have been notarized here. If you see, these copies are official by the scribes and have been notarized by the Bank of Long Saddle, which the Harpels own.
Hemo puts on. Wait. No, that.
I had to disclose that as part of my agreement. Yes.
Wait, the Harpels own the. Let me take a look at this. Hemo takes out some reading glasses and puts them on the bridge of his nose, and he pores over the documents.
Okay.
And can't make heads or tails of this.
Yeah.
He walks by a couple times and looks over at something on there, and he's trying to help. He's not super experienced with this sort of thing, but he's pretty quick on the uptake.
Where's Barnaby when we need him?
He's on a different.
It's a different universe.
It's a different universe. It's a different
He's
place.
DMing.
For those of you who have not seen Troubles in Ochari, Barnaby is a character from that game. All right.
Who happens to be a lawyer.
Or Lam looks over as you're kind of pouring over the papers, and he leans over and he kind of puts his hand right here and leans and goes, well, if you're in need of funding, I may have some opportunities for you to make some extra cash. I'm just letting you know. But in the meantime, I should be going. I just merely explained to this fine Mr. Meeks that you would find you here. With Mr. Meeks, would that be all? Oh, yes, that's fine. I delivered the note, and now I just need you to sign this delivery notice. And he pulls the paper out and slides it forward. Please sign here.
Don't agree to anything.
Now, what does this document you've just put in front of me? What does this one mean?
This means that you have seen me and I have delivered these papers to you. Please do pour over the document. And do you have your own representation?
I turn around. I see a pouting sword student in the corner.
Theo's trying to look at your paperwork. He's like,
I will.
Sanji looks over at you. Sanji looks over and he goes, don't look at me.
I will find some.
Help.
How? If I look at this document, does it look like it's honestly just saying that he showed up?
Yeah.
And delivered this.
You can give me. I will give you an investigation roll to determine if there's anything more that it might say.
Can I assist him or?
Yes, you can. He'll get an advantage by assisting.
There you go.
him. So go ahead and read one more time. Insight.
So, Dluin, are you better versed in these types of things?
I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but I've read a few here and there. Read a few legal documents.
Give me one more roll for investigation. You're going to get advantage on
Okay.
it since he's helping you out.
These human villages, their rules just change so quickly.
Oh
You
my
rolled
god.
a 10 and a 10?
Yep.
Okay, well that's okay.
I should have rolled.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it says what you think it says.
Yeah. He's kind of nodding at you too. Yeah.
All right. In that case, I just draw myself up to my full height, look at Consulti, whatever his name is, Meeks, and say, if I sign this, will you go away? And I try to watch his face.
Yes, I'll be staying in town here if you're looking for me. I'll be over at the Pleasing Platter.
Hold on.
Just for tonight. I'll be heading back to Longsaddle in the morning.
Well, very well then. How about you tell the Harple family? How about
they are very particular. Do not Harpels.
the Harpels?
Yes.
Yes. Why don't you tell them that you've spoken to me, and I hope to meet them and sort this all out.
Well, I definitely will, and I would advise you, sir, to make delivery of the payment prompt and in the full amount, because that would be in your best interest. That's all I need to say. And he snatches the paper away and he stuffs it into his little satchel. He kind of
How long did I speak with this man?
Let's say 10 minutes or so, maybe 20 minutes.
Does he have equal or less than 12 strength or 14 constitution?
He has less than 12 strength. He has probably less constitution.
Okay.
You made a deal with the Medici.
Well, I just want to know my enemy.
Or Medici.
Yeah.
Did we even make that? We weren't even close to making that much money in the previous campaign. Oh my god.
He gets on his horse, turns, and rides south into town along with Erlam. Erlam looks back as he gets on his horse. He goes, "Remember, I'm not able to get you some cash. You're willing to do some work for me."
You'd like that, wouldn't you, Erlam?
He looks back. He goes, "Nice school." And he goes trotting down.
I watch him go from the doorway.
All right, so back to Eckankar. Eckankar, you have gathered your forces as they were in town, or regathered as they were. You travel with your friend Lear, along with Flander once again, and this mysterious other Jaru. It is getting evening, and you can see the lights within the town are on. The town generally has intermittent lanterns that are glowing. They have ever burning torches that are placed. So you have somebody who every night who goes out and places them in the area and then takes them on at dawn. They've been placed out, and you can see the glowing area. You're coming down to the place called the Boar's Rest. It's a stone mansion. Now it's in this Gothic old style. However, as you can see it right here, let me move the map up a little bit. You know, Eckankar, that this house, this Boar's Rest, is actually very, very new. It's only been around for about 5 years. There is a old wizard who lives there. He had the house built, and for the most part, he kind of keeps to himself. But you know, as things are, the Boar's Rest is a stone mansion of a rich retired adventurer named Hyrule Kolstag. Ever since Kolstag had the place built and moved in 5 years ago, his unbridled arrogance and sense of self-importance has won him no friends in Tribor. Moreover, he has been targeted by so many enemies and rivals that the other townfolk consider him a magnet for disaster. He lives surrounded by trophies of his past adventures and rarely emerges from his estate. He never condescends to protecting the town or using his wealth to aid the less fortunate. Yet, he pays his taxes on time and never complains about the ever-rising costs that his lavish estate has brought an air of prestige that the visiting nobility love to brag about viewing. It's become a tourist attraction that indirectly brings more nobles who indirectly infuse the coffers of the town. So the Lord Protectorate keeps him safe. You travel past the inn. As you do so, why don't you all give me a perception roll?
Let's have something better than I've had. Jesus. There.
Nope, that one for me.
All right, what did everyone get?
15.
15?
22.
I got a 6. I'm too enamored talking with Flander to notice anything else.
Lear, are you
21.
looking? Well, what'd you get, Lear? 21. All right. Graham, the two of you glance up at this giant estate, the first thing you notice is that on the roof of this estate are weird creatures, 2 of them that kind of lurch about. They look like stone statues at first, but when you kind of get that weird thing where you think that a statue's looking at you and you think he's following your eyes, but it's kind of a statue, but only these aren't statues. They're creatures, weird stone creatures that perch upon his roof. But that would be itself not so odd. What's really odd is inside of this weird house, there are flashing white lights that zip between windows in the like inside the room. Like energy flowing inside.
I'll point that out to Eckankar. What do you know about that?
You point out the flashing lights. That's Hyrul's house. He's a bit of a recluse wizard around here.
Are those actual gargoyles sitting on the roof?
He looks up. He's like, I've never seen those before. I don't know what. I have no idea what that is.
Should we make a welfare check?
Hospice.
There's been a lot of danger in this town as of late. We should go there now. The Lord Protector can wait for a second. Well, yeah, I'll start walking my way over there.
Wizards do not like to be disturbed. Is this anything to do with us? You've not been given a mandate to assist this person?
No, I haven't. But if
don't you also
if he doesn't know what these creatures are, I need to figure it out as a protector of this town.
I was going to say that's part of the job too.
What are the creatures? What are the creatures doing?
We can see them. They're just perching up there. They just seem to be. They kind of sit there, and every once in a while they'll kind of like just briefly move for a moment, but they just seem to be sitting up there.
They are gargoyles. They are used in many places as guardians. It would stand to reason that a wizard could have some.
Well, that may be true. I, once again, am a protector of this town, and I need to know for certain that's what they're there for. So I'm going to go and talk to Hyrule about these.
He gestures you to lead on.
Okay. What are you guys? The rest of you going to go with him? Or are you going to go into town, or what's the plan?
Well, I'm going with
I
him.
have no idea where anything is in this town.
I'm only asking. You can do whatever you want.
He's just following along. He's like, I don't know where the fuck I am.
Lear's going to stand out front and just stare at the gargoyles the whole time.
All right, you're up. You're kind of you're kind of down the path a little bit, and you can see the gargoyles. And when you stare down, one of them makes a funny face at you. It goes, and then the other one they start laughing at you.
Lear makes a face back. He does.
I'll lean over.
Lean
over to Lear and then kind of lean up.
They appear unimpressed by your funny face.
You see, they're not exhibiting hostile behavior. But
well, I don't know. It was quite the growl, but I'll just let Eck do his business and we'll move on.
All right, Eck, you approach the house now. You know that the Lord Protector sort of the mandate from the town is that you want to make sure you keep the house safe, but also that this is a crazy old coot and who has a lot of spell power and doesn't seem to have any intention to use it to defend the town in any way. But at the same time, it attracts a lot of nobles who like to say they've seen it. Like, it's like looking at it's like that crazy old actor who used to be in a bunch of great movies, but now is just yelling at people. Get off my lawn. They like to drive next to him.
It's like going to the Hearst Mansion in California.
Yeah. I know that. Never been there, but I know what you're talking about.
It's crazy.
Nice. But anyway, so you approach the door, and as you approach the door, a face at the top, at the front of the door, says, "Go away."
And kind of rolls his eyes. He's probably been through this once or twice. He's like, Hyrule, are you there?
You yell for a moment. There's no answer.
Is there still purple lights going off?
Yeah, is there still lights? Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good
there's some
question.
different lights. You see some lights flaring up in kind of like random positions up there.
So is the door a face? Like
There is a face on the door, like
knocker.
Okay.
You would think it's some kind of enchantment of some sort.
yeah, he politely but firmly knocks on the door.
And then
Hyrule.
the face on the door looks at you and it says, "I told you, go away."
We've been through this. I will speak with Hyrule. It doesn't need to be a big deal.
Oh, fuck. The face vanishes.
Go back.
Yeah, once again, just
wait.
it's yeah, no, he'll knock. He's not doing it hard. He's just knocking.
You
Like
knock a
what?
couple times, and a moment later, a face appears. Go away.
Gods be damned him. Listen, the gargoyles on the top of your house. Threat to the town or no?
I said, go away.
I won't leave until you ask me. I'll wait.
Oh, fuck. Face away.
Don't think it's a two-way communicator, Eck.
Wizard.
It's like at the bottom of the stoop, looking up.
Okay, it's like, yeah, there's a
Little
window.
judgment.
There's still just dancing lights going
A
on in
little
there,
on the
right?
second. They're on the second floor mostly. There's some dancing lights. You don't see anything else. It seems the first floor seems to be somewhat abandoned.
Got some kind of second floor tennis court or something.
Something's going on.
Nobody got
I'm
party
gonna
there.
knock one more time and be like, I'm coming back, and you will speak to me.
Go away.
He's just like muttering. He's like, wizards.
I
He'll
said,
leave.
go away.
Listen, I'm leaving, but not because you told me to.
Oh,
He'll leave.
And Flander looks at him and says, "Bit of a character, isn't he?"
Yes, he is.
I said wizards tend to be a little strange.
He looks at you like, yeah, yes, he is a little weird. Sorry, I'm sorry. He is a little weird. I don't. He's a very powerful man, and sometimes you can never be too careful.
all right. You turn around and begin walking down the ramp, kind of toward back toward town, and you're heading. I'm assuming going toward the Lord Protector's tower first.
Yeah.
Right. As you pass down, you see the lights, as I said, coming down. On one of the posts, you see a sign that's on the post for you. It says apparently this says a sign for the Tribor's annual St. Oswald's Day celebration. But at the bottom of the parchment, it states, "Vote for Duvessa Shane for Lord Protector, the Lord Protector you need."
A little tear offs.
No, there's not. There's not. It's just apparently it's just been dangling. Kind of the wind rattles it a little bit. It's been tied to the post.
Need more
disclaimer,
information
mail-in
onto
voting
why
prohibited.
Tribor needs.
What was that? I missed what you said, Cameron.
I need a little bit more context onto why exactly we need this Vanessa. So let's go and find out, shall we?
Well, if Duvessa doesn't honor Lien's from Longsaddle, then she's got my vote.
We're converting hemo. All right. All right. You
I'll
begin
have to
walking.
ask her.
Okay, you begin walking south along the trail. It's a pretty lit path. There's nothing. By the way, Graham, I assume that did you guys leave your horses back there? Or are you taking your horses? I don't even know. Are you just leaving them back?
I
walking?
left
I
my
imagine, yeah.
horse.
Yeah,
I
we
was
would
walking.
we'd leave them stabled at Eckankar's. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Jorlyn said she's going to come afterwards, so she'll meet you in town. All right. Suddenly, there's a quiver of energy about 60 feet ahead of you. A magical ripple that swirls around and then bursts into light. Instantly, 4 humanoids appear. The first is a tall lizard-like or snake-like creature wearing a chain shirt and holding a scimitar, his forked tongue lashing out as he looks around. The second is an almost human-looking woman with deep black hair and green bodice that shows some of her cleavage. Now she has a hand crossbow dangling from her. Her eyes do glow yellow, and they gaze across the road, locking with yours. I'll finish up here. The third is probably a human, you're guessing? His long, straight black hair flows freely in the night breeze. He wears dark blue clothes that are bound tight around his calves and forearms. This human is holding a glass, a glass that's oblate. It's like an oblate glass chalice with a bluish light glowing within. The last one is obviously a warrior, possibly a lizard man or something more serpentine. This lizard-like head is covered with long barbs. In his hand is a long spear, and he's guarded by this really heavy armor. You guys are, like I said, 60 feet away. Suddenly, the woman, the black-haired woman with the green outfit on, she looks around and she's kind of surprised. She's just kind of looking around randomly, and she stops and sees you. She locks eyes with you, of all pieces. And she looks at and she says, "My apologies for appearing like this. It seems our directions were a bit off." And the other ones look at her and they're kind of like everyone. They all seem like a little bit confused. "We are making our way to Baldur's Gate. Seems we've landed in the middle of nowhere. Where exactly are we?"
I am the wrong person to ask. You should speak to one of these worthies. Gesture to.
Yeah, she's calling. You're 60 feet away. She's calling out. She says, "Oh, never mind. Well, which way is Baldur's Gate?" And they begin talking to each other, and then she turns and says something to them. It's a little bit difficult to hear. If you like to give me a perception roll, it's going to be difficult if you want to hear what they're saying.
Yeah. I got a 20.
24.
Nice.
Cameron.
22.
Cameron, you and Graham both hear it. They were talking to each other. Do either of you speak? Let me get you the language here in a second here. Graham, what languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Elvish, and Sylvan.
All right. And Cameron, what languages do you speak?
Common, Druidic, and Dwarvish.
No, none of these sound familiar. Graham, you rolled a pretty decent score though. So I'm going to why don't you give me a history roll?
History.
Lear
What'd you
leads
get?
over to Eckankar.
9.
All right. This language that they're speaking, you've heard it before, but where, you're not too sure. You're not too sure where you heard it. Anyway, the four of them are there, and she kind of apologizes to you, and she looks back. She says, We'll just be on our way. I didn't mean to interrupt your evening. I'm sorry. She gives you a low bow. And she
leans over to Eckankar. He goes, "They seem a bit confused."
We're a long way from Baldur's Gate.
And like Ek will. Does Ek have a way to communicate with, like, does he have like a horn to be like to call in the 12 or something like that? Like
you probably
something's
have
happening?
it on your horse.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's back there. Whatever. And he looks at them. And he's like, "Why are you here? How have you come here?"
Oh, sorry. Temperamental gate spell, of course. Things happen. We'll be on our way, good sir. They begin bowing, backing up a little bit, bowing. But we're great sorry. She is anyway. The other ones are kind of backing up with her. No reason to have any challenges.
Ek is like
Suddenly.
moving towards them.
Suddenly, from over the top of your head, you see a creature, a winged creature, screeching through the sky. It passes over you, heading toward the creature, heading toward the four that are on the that are ahead of you by 60 feet. As you look up, you see a gargoyle flying toward them.
Oh. Yeah. That's from Force Rest. Okay. I mean, yeah, I'm like running towards them. I'm like, get down!
All right.
I'll yell at them.
Let's bring up the map. We're going to roll initiative. All right. So as you can see, you guys are just coming down that southern area. You can see down below here, and I'll back up the map just a little bit. These four people in the area here above you, just flying overhead here, is this gargoyle, and it seems to be not going at you at all. They seem to be. It seems to be overhead. It's about 30 feet up in the air. It's flying straight ahead. We are going to go ahead and roll initiative. The tracker. You have to hit enter.
Do save the commoners, please.
I don't know. With a guy named the Flesh Hunter, I'm unsure.
Yeah, I want to see an insight.
You're
and see
the
if
12 of
we should be
Tribor. You've
worried
got
about
this.
Gargoyle or this.
I'm too broke to help you right now. I'm drowning my sorrows in elvish wine.
It's true.
He's just got like his head over a ledger book.
All right, let me sort this out here.
Oh yeah.
Looks like Lazare, it gets to go first. Let me bring her up. Of course, I have to.
Is she the one that was speaking?
Yeah, she was the one who was speaking. All right. What is she going to do? She has some options. So she is going to fire her hand crossbow at the coming gargoyle. She takes 2 shots. One of them striking into the gargoyle. Gargoyle squealing. Taking damage here. All right, that brings us to Flander. Flander, what are you going to do?
Flander's going to... Can I go into these bushes and hide?
All right, yeah. Well, you're going to run over to the bushes. All right.
Yep.
Go. Let me move.
Flander is in a tough spot.
Like I've got
Going bush
two
league?
poop right now.
All right. What is your stealth roll?
27.
Damn!
27?
Holy
That's
moly!
just 27. You got it.
He's an expert.
Nice. Good job. All right. Anything else you're going to do?
I'm going to get out my hand crossbow and get it ready to fire.
Nice. Nice. All right. The one with the bristly, kind of like the bristly haired one, and kind of has a bunch of he's wearing heavy armor and that kind of thing. He calls out to the others in this foul, strange language that none of you know about. What languages you might know it. I'm not sure.
Elven, Common, and Primal.
No, none of those. Anybody else have an language that is of a different plane?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Got it. All right. Nice. All right. You see that this one here, he is going to move. He moves to here and yells for the rest of them something. He just starts yelling at them. That brings us to the next person, this fifth of Sith.
It's a Sith Lord.
Yeah.
Definitely sounds like he's got
A
some
Sith
snake-
Lord?
It's got some problems.
Fifth of Sithith. Definitely is a snake-like person.
He's fabulous.
Snake-like.
You see that he has these fanged teeth. As he leans forward, he goes, "Wah!" And when he does this, you see this ghost, like almost like a ghost hand, like you would see for chill touch, comes flying out of his mouth, jetting up toward the gargoyle. Oh, he's gonna hit the gargoyle. Let's see how much damage he does to him. He does
Damage.
He does some damage. I'm going to have him to do the default for now. All right. He does damage to the gargoyle. All right. That brings us to Eckankar. What are you going to do, Eckankar?
I mean, like, this gargoyle's flying in the air, right?
Yeah, he's 30 feet in the air right now.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that. So he'll move up, and he will yell at them and be like, "If you're truly not an enemy, you will stay here and wait till this is over." And then he'll raise his shield.
All right. So I take it you are guarding right now. You're defending.
Yeah,
Okay.
just defending.
Yeah. Taking the dodge action, as it were. All right. That brings us to Lear. Lear, what are you going to do?
Lear will bonus action make his staff all shillelied up.
You slayed.
And then I'm going
Shillelied
to
up.
run up. 5, 10, 20,
Lily.
run up to here.
All right, Lear runs up with his weapon enhanced.
I will take a disengage, or not disengage, a dodge.
You take a dodge action. Perfect. You are dodging. Perfect. All right, that brings us to Ryota. All right. Ryota is the human of the bunch. He has long black flowing hair, and he holds this orb thing in his hand.
Does it look like a 12-sided die with spikes?
No. All right. All right. So what he does is he raises this orb and he touches it with his hands. And you see he's kind of a smirk and a kind of a smile. He thinks he's like, and he's going to launch a blast. It is going to. It fires up at the gargoyle. You see, as he touches it, 3 blasts go like energy bolts, but they look like lightning. They fire out of the bottle. They strike the gargoyle, and this gargoyle is completely destroyed. It comes flying down. It goes, hits the gargoyle, and then the gargoyle hits the ground, somersaulting, and just. He kind of gives a smile at you, Eckankar, and he kind of almost a challenging smile. He's like,
Did that one look familiar?
which one?
I guess I'm not there. The gargoyle.
You're not there. Jaru, what are you going to do?
Well, Zaru is not under any kind of attack, but he shall draw his scimitar.
No, they've not made any attacks toward you. They just attacked this gargoyle.
Yeah,
So yeah.
but I don't. It's more of in a defensive.
Yeah.
Just out
Yeah.
and take a guard position.
All right.
Defend.
You hear as you draw the sword out. Well, what the devil is this? Where is this place?
Oh yes, we must have a discussion.
Who is that? Who are those people? And what are you doing here? And where are we at? He starts asking you 50 questions as your sword begins talking to you. Is there anything else you're going to do other than?
Take a defensive stance.
Yeah. Okay.
Eat them back.
All right. Round refreshes. Lazir, she calls to you and says, "No, nothing to see. Don't worry. We're all fine and we're all friends." She moves back to here. She kind of steps back to here.
Okay.
A little bit. It's going to be hard to see. One thing, a problem with once you guys get the 9th level and stuff like that, the map has to be so big for a lot of things. Otherwise, you
We go so fast.
Yeah. She steps back and she goes, nothing to see. And she steps back to here. Flander, you are now hidden within the bush.
I did tell him to stay there.
Well, as of yet, they still haven't. They've just attacked the gargoyle. They haven't made any real serious moves toward us. So I'm going to train my crossbow on the flesh hunter here.
All right. Crossbow trained.
Yep.
All right.
Aimed and he's in my sights.
All right. Anything else you're going to do other than that?
I'm gonna hold my fire for now.
All right.
If they start coming after us, well, we'll be tied them.
All right. You see this one moves back. They're kind of under the lamp right here. Takes a step back and yells something to this woman here, Lazar, who yells something to him in this strange language. She yells back to them, and he nods. You see the people behind you in the street begin to kind of like they're not sure what's going on. They saw the blast, they saw the gargoyle fall, but other than that, they're kind of defensively stepping back, but they're not quite screaming yet. They're just like wondering what the hell happened. They might not have even known what the gargoyle was. They might be thinking they're defending the town. That brings us to Fefeth of Seth. You see, he also steps back to here. All right, that brings us to Eckankar.
I'm just short, but Ek is going to double move.
All right.
In front of them and just be like, if you are here as allies, stop running now. And then he'll just be like, call the 12. And he's just standing in front of this guy, kind of like blocking him.
All right, when you yell that, I'm going to do a listen check. One of the citizens below you, down by that are out meandering in the street to the south. I don't show it on the map here. One of the citizens below you hears you and turns and runs south.
Okay.
Anything else you're going to do other than do that?
No, I had to double move to get in front of them.
All right, Lear, it's your turn.
Lear's going to. He's going to prepare.
Did your mic get affected? Somehow I'm not hearing you as well as it was.
Hello?
There you go.
Okay, get nice and close. Okay, so I'm going to just move again.
Where are you going to move to?
30. I'm going to move over here with a double move.
Got it. You move to here. Got it. All right, you double move to there. Anything else you're going to do?
Not right now, no.
All right. Ryota, this one here, he's kind of his skin is a bit darker. He's probably not from the north. You see, but he's a human, but he's probably from. You're not. His look is odd. You've not seen him. He's not exactly from the east per se. I mean, he's not from like a red wizard. You kind of know what a red wizard looks like now. He doesn't look like that. You're not really exactly sure. He has this, and he has like a generic foreign look about him. You know, since you're not too sure, you can also try to give me some more checks.
He's a non-white guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're in the the south, the white guy would be the foreign guy.
That's true.
He would be the generic foreign guy. So it kind of depends on what your situation is. But
No, we're freaking in Wisconsin right now.
yeah, so he's going to move to here. He kind of swings around you. And
Is there a way I can use my reaction to like hold him there at all?
you have a reaction that allows you to do that. You didn't try to grapple him or anything.
No, I didn't. No, I guess not.
Yep. And you are holding what in your hand? Just your shield, as far as I know.
I don't have my hammer out, but I have my shield.
All right. And when that happens, he is going to he kind of circles around you, and he kind of puts his fingers in his eyes like this, kind of like this. He kind of looks at you and he taps it twice. When he snaps his fingers, he says a mystical word, and a volume of darkness appears all around you.
That's
I'll put it around you. All right, cool. There it is.
That's
Boom.
rad.
Right, he does that, and then he emerges out. All right, that brings us
Ew, he inked.
Jaru.
He inked all over me.
He's the squid man.
Right? It's-
I don't like this Ryota. I don't like him.
You just don't like foreigners.
I don't like people
Got
who
ya,
travel
got ya.
with folks named the
Got
Flesh
me.
Hunter.
It's just really insular is all.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll take that we'll put that out as a short. Get you in trouble.
But just we'll take a defensive
Yeah, just
stance.
put me on blast.
Even-
Eckankar just got canceled.
Yeah. You wanna just continue to dodge?
Yeah, I moved to 30 feet and then
Where did you move to? Can you point just to make sure I get where you were at?
Yep, right there.
Oh, I see you. I'm going to roll up on the map so people can see you. You are up here. Got it.
I'm assuming those rings of light are light, dim, and dark.
No, they don't have specific ranges. It's just a part of the map making tool. They just kind of radiate out. So, but you can, it's going to be 20 feet and 20 feet. So you can get a guess what they are. I'm assuming that's light and dark right? We use squares normally, but I like the fact that the rings look more fun on the map. Anyway, so you're gonna move there and be defensive. Awesome. All right, Lazir. She seems to get frustrated. She's more or less yelling now, saying stuff to her group, and she's going to move to here. She's gonna move to here. And then she's going to look at Lear. And when she looks at Lear, she is going to Lear, I need you to give me a wisdom savings throw.
Okay.
What'd you get?
26.
Right, you pass your savings throw. She kind
No
of
kidding.
speaks some words to you, and she moves her hands. You kind of feel a little bit of tingle for a second. You know she tried to do something to you, but whatever it was not effective.
Don't like
She
that.
gave you a tingle.
And she backs up a little bit. All right. I'm going to try to zoom the map a little bit, try to keep everybody focused. We will have to swing the map a little bit.
we're spread apart.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of what I'm trying to keep the citizens to the south out because it's a little bit farther to see everybody. Trying to make it so it's more interesting for everybody.
And I
Okay.
didn't see that.
All
I
right,
didn't
that
have line of sight on that.
yeah, you're kind of a little behind her. All right, that brings us to Flander. Flander, you are still to the north.
Okay. Flander is going to see how far can I move here.
You can move 30 feet.
30 feet. So
All right.
With a single.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I
you can
will
also
move to
double
here.
move. Yeah, breaking from your hiding position, you burst out of the.
Drew,
Yeah.
you startled
And-
Drew.
And I,
But it's 27.
I moved to here.
Yeah.
He startled the DM too.
Mhm.
All right, and you move to there, and then you're
Yep.
going to move again.
Yep. I'm gonna. try and move into this area here and hide again.
That is water.
You jump in the pot.
That is water. Okay, then I will hide behind the bush here.
There's a bush next
You
to it.
swan dive in.
All right, all right. You run in there. Now you double move, right? So you're not hiding.
Yep.
All right, you may get covered.
Not yet.
Yeah, you may get covered.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It is now Urlu. You see Urlu is quite annoyed as they're yelling at each other. And he begins shouting. They begin shouting at each other. He looks over at Lear, and you see he doesn't really want to go that way. He just kind of he takes a step, and he's like, and then he backs up to here. He kind of backs out. He kind of takes a step, and you see them having this conflict. Lazir and this Uluru are seen. This one and this one seem to be having conflicting conversations. They seem to be. So he backs up to there, and he kind of is defending himself. That brings us to Fifth of Seth. He, on the other hand, has decided that he likes to do something else, more direct. I need to make an attack on you. I rolled a 24 to hit you, Cameron. Did I hit Lear with a 24?
Yes.
All right.
Oof.
He reaches forward and with his mouth, he's got this mouth with this darting, and he does so. He spits out his tongue, and you see these fangs echo out almost like radiating energy. They travel across time and space almost instantly. And when they hit you, you are struck in the face. He's going to do some damage to you.
Dang, that dude can bite at 40 feet.
That's a big bite. I know.
Big jaws.
For 24 points of psychic damage.
Ow.
Holy shit. 24?
And yet the others begin yelling at him like they don't want him to do that. All right. And then he's gonna he runs back to here. All right, Eckankar.
I think he's in darkness and he doesn't have his goggles on. So he just
This is magical
dashes.
darkness here, so your goggles.
Yeah, so it wouldn't even work if he had the goggles on anyway.
Yeah.
So I think he probably just thinks like the person just like ran out forward. So he's going to.
Well, you probably know where they ran out to because you kind of hear them moving a little bit. You just can't see them to target them.
Okay, so then if we'll do that, then he'll run out here 20 feet, and using the remainder of his movement, he'll get up here and he'll try to tackle this guy.
Yeah.
All right, go for it. Let's do some contest of skills here.
Is he still holding that ball in his hand?
He is, yeah, he is.
Okay, so athletics.
So what do you
right?
do exactly? Are you trying to grapple him? Or are you trying to knock him down?
I'm trying to tackle him. So essentially grapple.
Well, so you're grappling him or you're knocking him prone. Which one are you trying to do?
I'm grappling him, like
Okay.
like I said, I'm like running up to him and like full diving,
Flying tackle.
grabbing him onto the ground.
Goldberg.
Okay, give me a
bring
roll.
Goldberg.
What did you get?
Step one, grab.
Right, athletics. Come on, 22.
I gotta see. This
That ain't bad.
He doesn't have the greatest strength, so I believe you won. Yeah, you grabbed him. You run up and grab him.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I run up and grab him, or tackle him on the ground, and I'm holding him there. And that's both my actions.
He's looking at you, and he's like, what are you doing?
Why are you here?
Let us go. No reason to get killed over this.
Get killed over this.
Threatening you?
Interesting.
You
Yeah,
shot first.
yeah, that's literally threatening me.
All right, that was Eckankar. Anything else you're gonna do? You ran up, you grappled him. You grab
That's
him.
all I can do right now.
All right, Lear, it's your turn.
Okay,
Hold on a second. Oh no, you just grappled him. Never mind. All right, Lear, what'd you get?
So, I am going to raise my staff and swirl it around, and then giant wall of thorns is going to
Ooh.
envelop these three over here in a 20-foot square, 20-foot
dang.
diameter square.
A wall of thorns to which are you talking about? Lazer, that kind of group.
Yep.
All right,
down
I'll
there.
put out about. I'll use. I don't have a wall of thorns, but I do have. What am I going to use
The
here?
Wall of
dangerous commoners
corns?
interaction right there.
You know, I will just use. I would just use the nature square. That's fine.
There you go.
That.
Yes.
And what does this thing do? The wall of thorns.
Wall of thorns.
Is it just around them, and the center is open?
The center's open. It surrounds them. Can I show the description? There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of like a jail kind of a thing?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Neat.
They'll be
So I
dancing.
chose to do
jailhouse
20
rock.
foot diameter and 20 feet high, 5 feet thick. All blocks line of sight.
Concentration.
Each creature within the area must make a dexterity saving throw,
Okay.
or they take 70.
Oh my god.
This is a really strong spell.
This
Holy
is a level 6 spell. Comes from my
Yeah,
staff.
this is crazy.
Best they hold still.
It's not hollow in the middle. It's
What
just
is my
Also-
dexterity saving throw I need to make?
17.
It's actually an 18.
18?
18. Okay.
It's supposed to
I
be-
will
I get a
tell
plus
you-
1 from my spirit.
I will tell you, one of them, she made it. Lazier made it. I don't.
So
think
she'll
the
take
other one-
half.
Yeah, I don't think the other ones made it. Let me tell you.
Holy crap. Dude, Cameron, Lear's a boss, dude.
The other
And,
two failed. So let me get their damage.
The movement is quadrupled in that, by the way.
Awesome.
Quartered?
All right, let me move this down
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. the
You're
opposite
super
of what
famous.
you said.
Yeah. How much damage did you do?
33 points of piercing damage,
Or half of that would be.
or half. So
16. Okay, so she takes half of that.
Crap.
Jeez.
The wall does block line of sight.
And they take the other ones take 33.
Failed is 33.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, failed.
They both take 33.
Dang, Lear.
For every 1 foot a creature moves through, it must spend 4 feet of movement.
All right, and you can't see in or out of it.
No, I cannot.
Okay, and they can't see out of it. Okay, cool. That is done.
This persists though, right? Is there?
It's
it talks
concentration up to 10 minutes. I can dismiss it.
Yep, but it also talks about that they can continue to take damage somehow. You should describe
Yeah,
that.
if they end their turn in the thorns. Well, it says if they enter it or end their turn there, but since it's a lot of movement, they're probably gonna be stuck in there for a little bit.
Yeah, they can move quarter their distance. They have to use 4 times their distance to move.
And they
Nice.
use a dex saving throw again
Jeez, man.
in
Yeah.
order to avoid some of the damage.
All right, Ryoka's turn. You have him grappled right now.
Yep.
All right. So what he's going to do is he's going to be frustrated that you did that, and when he does that, he decides he has this thing in his hand. You know, you kind of grapple him when you struggle with it. He has this thing in his hand. He touches it with 3 fingers, and he looks at you and he looks at you and kind of gives you a smile. And he says, "You made a mistake." When he pulls his hands off, he thrusts his hands down and spells out some arcane words. When he does that, I need you to give me a dexterity 15 savings throw.
Oh, I'm really good at that. Right. Oh, crit!
natural.
23!
Critical? All right. Nice. All right, you take half. You're going to take half of this. Now,
Okay.
you take half of 98.
Oh my gosh!
So,
98!
so let's see. 11,
There's real dice being rolled.
13.
Yeah. Holy crap.
Hope it's 9d8.
You're going to
not
take half
98.
of 40. But
Shoo.
you take 20 damage. A lightning
Okay.
damage. Area effect. It
Does he take
explodes.
any?
20-foot radius. No, he takes none.
Convenient.
Holy cats.
Let's see. Anybody else within 20 feet of him? 5,
Doesn't
10,
look like it.
15, 20. Nope. 10, nope. Everyone else is good. All right. He goes. And then he says, "You want to let go now?"
And he just like coughs up blood. He's like, no.
All right. Lazar, what do you? I'm sorry. It is Jaru's turn. Jaru.
All right. Well, shit's going down now. So he goes, he tells the sword, please be quiet for a moment. And he hangs it and then matches the tone. And he begins Blade Song as a bonus action.
All right.
And then he's going to double move.
Get more move
I
speed from
can
Blade
choose the
Song,
right.
right?
All right. As you begin Blade Song, you double move. Lazir gets to go. That's all you're going to do, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he jumps into the darkness.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right.
That gotta be home for you.
Hmm? Yeah, but actually I can't see in magical darkness.
All right. So if she moves in this darkness, she takes damage, right?
In the thorns.
Let's see.
Yeah.
For every 1 foot creature moves to the wall, must spend 4 feet of movement. Furthermore, the first time a creature enters the wall on its turn or ends its turn there, the creature must
Ends
make
the
another
turn.
saving
Got it.
throw.
Okay. So
Yeah.
she, as long as she's
Ruling
outside of
end.
it,
She might want to get out
Yeah.
by the end of her turn, yeah.
so she moves. That's going to be 20 feet of movement because she had there's 4 times the square, right to there.
She went 10 feet, so that'd be 40 feet of movement.
No,
Should be
only
stuck in
only the first square is difficult. to
Oh.
That's 20 feet of movement, and then she moves to the
25.
right. So and then she's going to
Say ow.
she's going to use her crossbow, I believe. I will double check.
So I forgot to do this.
She seems like almost like she was trying to talk people out of doing something stupid, and then finally she's like, "Well, I guess we got to do things now."
She must be part of an adventuring party.
All right, she's
Did we
going
see
to
from somewhere?
she's going to take a first attack at Eckankar.
Okay.
Ooh, I didn't roll that great, but I do have a decent attack here. Of course I didn't write that down. That's going to be I have to calculate it real quick. 4, 5, 6. 23. That actually did it.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. I need you, before we do anything, to give me a savings throw. And your savings throw, I need to give me a charisma savings throw of 17.
Should be okay at that one.
Yeah, I'm good at that. 30.
Nice.
Jesus.
Yes, you are unaffected by her shot.
Oh, yeah.
Just smile brightly.
And
at
that's
the
not even a
crossbow bolt.
crit.
All right.
No, yeah, he's just like.
you take
oh,
the
that
Bounces
was
off
cool.
your perfect chin.
So you take 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And she's going to take another shot at. Missed you, though. And then she's just going to move a little bit as she feels like, ugh. All right. Before Flannery gets to go, I need to bring someone else onto the board. The 5th beetle.
We already have fifth on here.
Yeah, I know. The 5th
These people
beetle.
are pretty strong, guys.
George Martin?
You're the one who tackled him. I'm just saying.
Listen, we needed to do something.
Pretty
They did attack Lear first.
Pete Best.
Or you could say they attacked Eckankar first by casting darkness on him. As he was
Yeah, that's true.
Is that
as
an
well.
attack?
stand
It
still.
was definitely they're
not
trying
friendly.
to I was like, listen, if we're friends, you can just stay and nothing's gonna happen.
Alright.
I
And
did
they
say that to
They
them.
backed away and cast darkness on you.
Yeah, exactly. Like I told them, like
You had to do both the good cop and the bad cop today.
yeah, it's
That was
true.
amazing. All right. I gotta see what his bonus to hit you is.
Lear, watch out.
Lear, you have a creature. I got a +9, and I rolled a 13.
She looks
Pretty
like-
Bobby.
So it's gonna be
scary.
22. What's your armor class?
18.
Okay, you are struck by this orc female, this beautiful orc female. She's not beautiful. She has her hair in these dreads, kind of like, but they're all in random directions. She looks like she has like war paint on, but the war paint is not at all done in any style. It's just like kind of grabbed and thrown onto her face. And this orc has these daggers and comes up and plunges this dagger. As it comes out of invisibility, it stabs you right in the shoulder. When it does so, it's going to hit you for D4 plus 2 damage. I rolled a 4. I gotta make sure I did that right. No, plus 5 damage. So it's 4 plus 5 for 7 piercing damage. Give me a DC 17 strength savings throw.
Oh, I'm real bad at those.
You're so big, though. Come on.
I have a -1 in my strength.
Oh, no.
As
What
in
happened?
this form. 8. Saving throw 8.
All right.
Damn it.
When he hits you in the shoulder, she strikes you in the shoulder, she strikes you, she twists it, and she hits some kind of a nerve, and you're suddenly blinded.
Crap.
You're blinded. You don't know how long you're blinded for. Let me know how many rounds it's been.
Okay.
Now she gets to make 2 more attacks on you with advantage.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to
You're
crit you
blind.
and hit you.
Lear.
Going to take 9 more piercing. I'm sorry, 18 more piercing and a 9 more piercing. I rolled 4 for damage for you every time.
Oh my god. So wait, what's the total amount of damage I
So
took?
I rolled. So the first time it was 9, and then I crit you, which is 18, and then I hit you for 9 more. All with daggers from some creature called Pretty Bobby. I'll zoom in so everyone can see Pretty Bobby.
So Lear's he's not happy about that. Ooh,
Lear's pretty messed up.
Oh, she's definitely a looker.
Yeah.
She's the type you bring home to mother.
Oh, my God. Lear is so messed up.
Where are you at, Lear? On 12 hit points?
How
All right.
the turns table.
All right, you got. Yeah, okay. All right, Lear, down to 12 hit points. I'm trying to zoom in a little bit so I can keep everybody going, but there's a lot going on. All right, and I'll put Pretty Bobby on the board here. Oh my God.
I hope to God the 12 show up at some point.
Yeah, I think we need the 12 stat.
We could use the resource. Somebody ran out to go find him, hopefully.
All right. That is now. Flander, your turn. What are you gonna do?
If Flander is going to move to here, well, he's going to click on the arrow bit first and move to here, and he's going to shout at Ryota here, "As you heard the captain, stand down!" and try to intimidate him.
All right. Give me an intimidation roll.
Good.
I think we're past that.
Dude, Flander's very convincing. I know you haven't met it. You've met him, but like you don't know.
All right. What'd you get?
I got a 21.
All right. He kind of looks over at you and he says, "I have something better for you."
Oh damn.
So that's kind of a free thing. I'll give it to you. What is there something else you want to do?
Yeah, as a bonus action, I'm going to.
Well, I think you had just moved. Did you just move, or did you move?
Yeah,
30
I just
feet?
moved.
So
I moved
you
30 feet,
have an action and a bonus action because really intimidating
Okay.
is not going to do much to them because they're in combat right now.
Okay. All right. Well, then I will.
Statuses. Make it harder for them to do things.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then I am going to. Okay, I'm going to cast Bane on that guy if I can.
All right, give me. Do I get a saving throw?
You do.
I will fail.
Okay.
This one will have Bane.
Don't you
Okay,
get up to
and
3
that-
people at
It's 3 people within 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what else
it's
we can
only
do.
Too
him.
far away.
Feel free to
Bane
double check, but I thought it was 30 feet. If
No,
I'm
that's fine.
wrong, let me know.
Yeah, it's 30 feet.
All right, I'll mark him as Bane, and mark yourself as being. I'll put a little marker on here so you remind yourself that you are in fact concentrating.
Right. Mhm.
Okay. I believe
Okay.
Bane is concentration. Let me know if I'm wrong.
Yes, it does.
that's yeah.
Okay.
It does. Yes.
All right.
And I'm just seeing. So we must make a charisma whenever that target fails saving throw. Must make it. If it makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4 and subtract that number from the attack roll or saving throw.
Got it. Thanks for reminding me. Anything else you're gonna do, Flander? You've just baned this person.
Yes, I want as a bonus action. I want to do healing word on Eckankar.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
What level spell you gonna cast?
Okay.
Healing word is a leveled spell, right? Didn't you
Yes.
just cast a leveled spell on him, or what did you do?
I
to
did
him?
just yes, that is a
Yeah,
level
can't
spell,
do
but
two.
No.
yeah, okay.
So you only get to do
I
No,
was
one.
you
thinking,
can't
yeah.
do it.
Yeah, I can't do it. No.
All right.
In that case, as a bonus action, can I give him inspiration?
You can give him inspiration.
I will give him inspiration.
You can also give him perspiration and expiration.
Contemplation.
I think he's producing enough perspiration on his own.
All right.
No, that's
I'm
that's
working hard
blood.
here.
That's blood, not just
Perspiring blood.
He's bleeding out of his eyes.
Too much more perspiration, and he
Bleeding out.
will expire.
All right. All right. Allure the flesh hunter. Okay. All right. As a creature, it has great leap, where it can leap 1 time 20 feet. So he takes 1 jump
Oh, damn.
to there. Takes 1 jump to there. So I'm assuming leaping. I'm not subject to that. I'm assuming. Let me know if I'm wrong. But
Well,
I'll
the-
assume
I
that's
assume
I
he's
mean,
doing
it's a
it.
20-foot high. It's a 20-foot high bramble of stuff.
He's still inside, right?
Yeah, I think. Well, it's 20 foot high. Is it full? Is it right? The whole thing is full. So I mean, if it's full completely, or is it a wall, or is it just full? Right? It's
So
20
yeah, I
foot.
guess it's wall of thorns.
I'll give it to you. He won't do that because obviously he won't need to do that. So I'll have him just move out. So it's each square is 20 feet, right?
Yeah.
double.
Yeah, I'll have him move down to here. This is 20, 40. I'll have him move his full move to there. That's his 60 feet of movement.
Escapes successfully.
Boom. And then he'll cry, he'll yell out. You hear him yelling out. And I'll move the map down.
Is that
people
a
can
double
see.
move for him?
Yeah, that's his movement. He's right here. You see him right here. Boom. He moves out of there. All right. So he moves out of the bramble out to the south. So this Oluru, the flesh hunter, moves out to the south. All right. And that brings us to the other one. And he's going to move to the here, 20, 40. He's going to just move out to here. And he is, of course, behind the turn order tracker. He moves out to the outside of that. That is all he's going to do. Eckankar, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
Shoot. I get. So I'm grappling him. Like I want to maintain this grapple.
Okay.
But I also want to
You can do something.
roll. Yeah, I want to roll into the darkness so I can't get hit by Lazar. Like he noticed, like she's attacking him.
Sure, no problem. Go for it.
So what kind of roll do you want me to do for that? To like
You can move a grappled creature.
No, you can't. If he wants to grapple or he wants to move a grapple creature, he has to do another grapple check.
Right.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You
exactly.
can do
So
that.
Yeah, we rolled that at the start.
That's a house rule that we have. What'd you get?
I got a 18.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and move. Go ahead.
Okay, so I want to move essentially into here, into the shadow, holding him.
Yep, you got it. No problem. You're able to move. Do you want to move him with you, or do you want to leave him?
Yes, I want to move him with me. I want to get
Perfect.
him out of. I want me and him out of like sight
Got it.
of what I perceive she can see.
Got it. All right. It is
Seven
now
rounds in heaven,
Lear's
huh?
turn. Lear, you are in danger. As you see yourself, you see this pretty Bobby came up and stabbed you in the shoulder.
Oh, so Lear's doubled over
Pretty hard.
You are
with a,
blind
with a knife
now.
wound in the back. That he
Is
can't
this your
see
first
straight.
round? This is the first round, right?
Yeah, this is the first round since being stabbed. But he's doubled over. He just starts to grow, and his features elongate and smooth out, and he turns into a massive two-headed snake.
Nice.
Oh,
What?
now you can say hi to Fifth. In
That's
his own
hilarious.
language, his own tongue.
So he can
All right.
hide,
My
yeah.
You
God.
are indeed still, unfortunately, blind.
This snake has blind sense.
What?
That's hilarious.
Dude, Lear
I
is
love the way you
crazy.
think, Cameron.
So
That's funny.
he will
Lear.
immediately attempt with his multi-attack, because transforming is a bonus action for Moon Druid. He will
Nice.
immediately try to constrict Pretty Bobby here.
All right, so you have to make an attack on him. Is that what you do?
Yep, I rolled a 2 on the die. That's not going to
So
happen.
no.
Does a 10 hit?
So I
The 10 is
can't get around, but then I'll go for a bite. Man, bad rolls. 14.
14. Let me double check. I believe that armor class is better than that. Let me double check though.
She's too pretty to be hit by a 14.
Oh yeah,
I
she's
don't know, rogues maybe don't have the most
pretty.
all the time.
Pretty Bobby's armor class is better than 14, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Come on,
right.
it's pretty Bobby you're talking about.
I mean, look
Either
at her.
way.
She's Dexy as hell, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Dexy's Midnight Runner.
All right.
Dexy's
brings-
Midnight Runners, yeah.
All right.
Come on, Eileen.
That brings us to Ryota here. You see within here, unfortunately for you, it recharged for him. So give me another dexterity save as well as Flander. 5, 10, 5.
It recharged.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Interesting.
Flander
Okay.
and you both give me dexterity saves, please.
The electricity.
Okay.
Lightning bolt.
Oh no, nat 1!
Oh, did you go from a nat
Oh.
20 to a nat 1?
What'd you
I
get?
did. I did nat 20. I got an 8.
What'd you get, Graham?
18.
Graham, you made it, and I'll just go with the default right now. So Eckankar, just to speed things along, Eckankar, you take 40 lightning, and Flander, you take 20.
Oh.
Oh!
I mean,
And
you
he-
were right in
Oh,
front of me.
God.
He
I'm
says,
still.
"You're gonna let me go now."
And he's like, he coughs up blood, like maybe on this guy's face. Like, no. No.
By that judging by the look on your face, I would say that you're more in pain. And you notice he's in darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Magical darkness.
Fucking Warlock.
Yeah.
He said the look on your face, man.
Yeah, he can see me. Oh, man.
All right, that brings us to Zaru. Zaru, what are you gonna do?
Jeru will cast improved invisibility on himself.
All right, I'll give you a marker, and let's use. It'd be nice if I had a white, or if there was an invisibility. You know, I'll use this marker here. That kind of seems cool. Whatever that is. That means you're invisible for now.
I wonder if there's any moon elves in town that might hear this ruckus.
Yeah, no, they hear this and they come running.
I can move to
Who
the
knew?
Okay.
Never going to financially recover from that.
He's too concerned with
I
his
hope these guys
bills.
weren't here to claim your debt.
Lazar calls out some commands in a language that none of you understand. Just barking out orders. Looks over at Pretty Bobby there, and I've got to move this map because there's too many things going on. All right, she's gonna see Pretty Bobby. She calls out, and Pretty Bobby calls out something back, and kind of laughs at the two of you. Mostly to the snake. I don't think you, and then yeah, she calls out and and says something to probably Rakota, because Rakota enters back in a language that you don't understand. Then he says to you, well, looks like it's about that time. And this creature moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to here. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, just past here. And I'll move the map to show you
Just
where she
running past the
She runs
commoners.
past the commoners around the backside of this bramble. All right.
A presumer definitely getting out.
See,
All right.
these commoners are why we need a sword school here. Look
All
at
right.
look at them
Pretty
just
Bobby.
standing there.
I know they.
Pretty
I'm,
Bobby turns,
I'm waiting.
staring directly into the eyes as Pretty Bobby has something called blind sight. Pretty Bobby looks at the invisible creature. It's probably much easier to kill than the snake. Takes 3 attacks. The first one
I
attacks.
cast shield.
Okay, first one I attacks is a natural 20 though. So
Ooh.
too bad. Sorry about that. That was a good idea though. Critically
Shield
hits you.
stays up for the rest of the turn.
Yeah, but so the other 2 are going to miss you because of the 20. So you know that.
Alan,
All right,
did you
I
just
need
make
you
one
to
of those
give
red
me
hats
a
that ended our
charisma
honor
saving
movement?
throw, which you might. No, that's right. You're not a sorcerer. I was thinking you were a sorcerer.
Yeah, a 1.
A 1. All right.
But you rolled a 2.
I gotta see. I got a choice of items to do to you. Hold on. I'm trying to be creative and not always do the same thing over and over again. Yes, you are confounding blade. The target can't take reactions until the start of the target's next turn.
No reactions.
That's what it's doing. It does its 3 attacks on you, hits you once, and does minimum damage though 6 damage, but it's critical, so it's 12.
All right, made my concentration check.
Okay. All right. Oh, that's right. You're invisible. I'm going to move you just for a second because I need to move this creature. You are still invisible. You are still blind until the end of my turn. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It runs.
I have blind sight, so I'll take that attack of opportunity.
Go for it. Absolutely. I would do it.
Whatever.
So how does that work with this creature? Can I use it? Is it a standard bite, or can I try to constrict it?
No, all you can do is a bite. You can't do any special things as an attack of opportunity. Now, if you're hitting the bite says you get a free constriction afterwards, that would be fine.
Constrict is the one that gets just if it hits, it's just grappled and then has to have an escape DC.
Yeah, just like I couldn't do like sneak attacks or any of that stuff as a bonus action.
Another 2 on the die for that.
Oh, what'd you roll? 10? Ooh,
10.
yikes! Not harsh rolls. All right, that brings us to Flander. Flander, where you at here? I don't even know where you're at. Oh, you're up here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, one thing I need to do. I didn't make a concentration check for when I got hit there. So
Oh, please do.
just just a straight D20.
Yeah, straight D20. It's a Constitution save.
A Constitution. Okay. So.
It's a Constitution save, right? That's what it is. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Not my best, and I think I failed.
You lost your spell. What spell did you cast?
Bane.
His Bane is gone.
Okay. All right.
All right. You are no longer concentrating.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What are you gonna do?
Okay. I'm going to move to here, and I'm going to try and hide in these bushes again.
You absolutely can hide in those bushes.
Okay.
Give me your hide roll, please.
18.
Okay. It's a pretty good score. I mean, somebody has to have a really good pass in order to see that. But okay. Cool. That is you. That brings us to. All right. You see, he's going to move down right next to her. And he cries, he yells out. And in the distance, you can hear, he yells out to Raiko, who is the one who's in the darkness being held. He yells out, and Ryoko yells back something in their language, and he looks back to you and says, "Very well, I'll see you later." And that was his turn, and then he is going to move a little farther here. So he moved what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to end up way over here. Way over here. He seems to be taking off.
They are just freaking booking it. Yeah.
Well, that's all he does. He didn't do anything action but take a double move. Now it is Fifth's turn. He's gonna double move. Gonna move to there. He also takes off. Again, this map is difficult terrain for my viewers. Sorry about that. He takes off. Eckankar, it is your turn.
Hey. Jeez. I feel like he wants to maintain the grapple, but also he can't take more of these hits.
Well, you got a shield in one hand and you're grappling him in the other. Is there something else you want to do?
No, I think I think I need to just maintain this grapple and trust that my teammates, if I go down, he knows Flander, and he's been with Lear enough to know that if he goes down, they can.
If you're grappling somebody, can't you try to pin them as your action?
You need a
feat.
That's a feat.
Oh,
Yeah. From what I remember. So, no, he's just going to try to maintain this grapple. He's trying to hold him down.
You can shove them prone.
He has a shield in one hand and he's holding him with the other.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't really have, like, even if I shoved him prone, I just punch him in the face. I don't have my weapon out.
Yeah,
easier
you could
for
shove
us
him
to
and hit
hit
him.
too.
You guys
I've
have
been
really
rolling
close.
2s on my attacks. If I get another chance, that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even like I'm like punching him in the face with just my fist. It's not enough. Yeah, no, I think he is just going to hold him prone. He trusts his allies.
He's not prone,
22 to keep holding him.
You don't have to. He has to you just keep holding him unless he tries to escape.
Oh, okay.
That's
I mean,
what I'm
like,
saying.
okay,
You can do
yeah,
other
no, I
actions.
mean, like, he is okay. So if that's the thing, then I guess I'll punch him.
Yeah, you're gonna drop your shield to punch him.
Oh no, then I'm just gonna maintain my grapple.
Okay.
You have a shield bash or anything?
No, I retrained out of that.
Ah, fair.
Okay.
Can you knock him prone now?
He if he wants to, you
Yeah.
can actually push. You can actually force him prone if you want, as an action. You can try to do that, but it's unfortunate. But he has to use the same hand. So if he does it, he has to release the grapple to do it.
Got it. Never mind.
Yeah, no, I think I just want to maintain the grapple.
All right, Lear.
Okay.
You can see.
I can see again. Then,
Really? No.
Rain's gone.
Drew, in your mind, you hear chase down the orc. And then he slithers into the darkness and tries to wrap up Ryota.
Nice.
Take it back in Kara's grasp.
What's worse than the giant snake you can see? It's the
All
one
right,
you can't.
Is it a savings throw I make?
It's an attack, and then it's automatically grappled if I hit.
Got it.
And then he
Perfect.
just has an escape
What more
DC
than
of
that?
18.
Go for it.
Sure.
Like a 22. That'd be great.
Come on.
You can do it.
12.
No!
Oh
Some
No.
big Finis energy. Nothing over a 5. Anyway, he's going to do a bite too. 17.
Oh, 17.
What is he? Was that a second attack?
Yeah.
So you made a bite though, right? Yeah. The 17 on Ryota.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that hit. I will just double check here, but I'm 90% sure that hit. Yes, that hit.
Okay, he'll take 11 piercing.
All right, hit him for 11.
Nice.
And then as my... Oh, I can't do that to you. That's only a me thing.
Boom.
Never mind.
Nice.
That's it.
He looks over at that snake and he's like, that's enough of this.
Does he have a little effect of snake as well in his speech?
He doesn't. He's just pissed. He's been hanging out with.
That's
He's
enough of this. I love it. His buddy's a snake.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20. Wait, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All right, you see him. He just vanishes where you're at.
Oh,
Wait, he did magic and he just
Yep.
got out?
Yep.
God dang it.
Ported to there.
foiled again.
And then Graham, I gotta see what his passive is because I don't think he sees you. Nope, he does not. He's not. Surprisingly, for someone who can see in the dark, you'd think he'd be a little more perceptive, but not. 5,
So seeing
10.
the dark, not seeing the bushes.
So he gets to here. If you want to try to attack him, give him an attack of opportunity, you're welcome to do so. You have you have your crossbow in your hand, right? So you probably have to slug him.
Okay,
Take him out, Graham.
Well, maybe,
Come on, Flander.
maybe I could with those gauntlets of ogre power.
Yeah, you are real strong.
Yep.
Right in the back of the head. That's a
So
good
you
spot.
do. What does a raw fist do? Is it 1 point of damage? Let's see what
I
it
think
does.
it's
Something like
just
that,
one.
but since I'm
unless you have
hidden-
special stuff.
Yeah.
I also get sneak attack damage.
That's true.
So is that roll d20 plus my strength?
Yeah, we're gonna find out. To hit, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, it's just you get your. Are you proficient? Everyone's proficient in punching, right?
I think so.
Do we
You'd
double
like
check?
to think, right?
Let's take a check here.
okay.
Just double check to make sure before we say that.
Not everybody is proficient with their unarmed strikes.
No. That's
Monks,
a
tavern
specific
brawlers, and
Being proficient just
Maybe.
means those
I think
things
it's
just
all like
make it so that
non-lethal
your damage
too.
dice is a D4.
Yeah, and I think punching
maybe
is
you
like
want-
a
Okay, well,
non-lethal.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Oh,
Hold on. Before we do that, let's just know what the answer is real quick. So we took time to. Core, a basic arm strike deals 1 point of bludgeoning damage to which you add your strength modifier. That's what we did. Okay, that's
Okay, well, I rolled a 1, so
okay. So what'd you roll, Graham?
a 1.
Oh god. All right.
You must be
Doesn't even
cracking
matter
the,
what you
the
add to
branches
that.
around you as you try to swing at him.
Yeah, he just
okay.
kind of startled me as he just suddenly appeared and then suddenly ran by.
All right. All right. So suddenly all these creatures have kind of ran around and say, let's see, and he ends up running to here. That's his full movement. All right. That's what he does. That brings us to Zaru. Zaru, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna chase him down.
All right.
Why didn't that change?
All right. You're gonna go run up and attack him. Go for it.
And then I get one just regular one because I have elven accuracy.
Yep.
So I am going to crit fish.
you too.
Oh yeah.
Rolled a,
Oh, that was damage. That
Oh,
was
no.
not helpful.
1 on the die.
You're
all
right.
right. Well, you did armor class
20
2. You did hit.
22.
Absolutely, you did hit.
And then did I do the damage? Did it go?
Yeah.
7 piercing and
Yeah.
1 psychic.
Okay.
Not great.
7 period. Well, that was kind of crappy damage, but
And then I'm going to, for my second attack, hit him with booming blade. So I'll get another attack.
That's a
Nat
crit.
20.
nice. Hold on. Let me do the damage on
Dang.
this first. Okay. Nice. Cool. Nice. You hit it. And then give me your crit damage. You do maximum plus your die rolls.
Oops, that's not the right one.
You just click the
Pity.
Xenian name, I think. Yeah.
So it's plus, what is it? What is a
So what you do to D what of damage?
D6 for a scimitar? So
So you roll a D6 and so you get to add that to the critical damage you do.
So that is your max damage.
yeah, I rolled max. So I would just add 6 to that.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I add 4 for the psychic.
Do you add the special extra? Is the critical hit just adding damage dice, or does it double everything?
Dou-
Doubles everything. I'm assuming.
Doubles damage dice.
Yeah, so I would say that you would add 4. So you would be 4, so 10 plus your 5 for you have a +5 for your weapon, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that would be 4. So your total is 6, 10, 15 plus D4 and a D6. That's what your critical is.
And then my booming blade. My thunder damage.
Well, what's
If he moves.
Let's get the total damage.
Yeah, if he moves.
Okay.
And
Okay,
you
go
get
ahead.
to roll a D6 and a D4 to the total.
So booming blade is 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Is that doubled?
No, because that's well, I don't know.
Secondary effect.
Let me see.
It's an attack roll.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Sure.
So it would be 2d8 would be 16, right?
Yeah. Let's see here.
So 26.
Just double check. You brandish weapon and cast a spell, make a melee attack with a weapon against one creature within 5. On a hit, the target suffers a weapon attack's normal effects and then becomes sheathed in booming energy until the start of the next turn. So you don't do any damage
There's
unless
no
it
at the
moves.
higher level. It does it on the initial.
Yeah, that's a higher.
Oh, I see. Spell damage increases when you retain at 5th level. Melee attack deals an extra 1d8 thunder damage to the target on a hit. So yeah, you would criticalize that. You would crit that, yeah. So
You already had 2d8 though on there,
Oh, so you subtract.
but it was a 6 and a 4. So you could say it was a 6.
all right, I'm not going to bore everybody with this. So let's.
Yeah.
So tell me how much damage do you end up doing then?
Well, it'd be 14.
Okay. Nice. The criticalize that. All right. Nice job. Cool. Hit him. Good
And
job.
then
Pretty Bobby.
he
So
can
looks like
take a reaction is I'll take 10 feet instead. 10
Okay.
back.
He will reactively strike
Jumps
at
back.
you. Plus 9 armor class 20. Are you still shield on or you with shield off?
I will cast shield.
Okay. Yeah. You can
as a
do that.
reaction.
All right. So from now on, I'm just going to tell you if I hit or not, because that way you don't know if I will break your shield or not, and then we'll figure out afterwards. Okay. So, but your armor class with your shield, I think, is above
24.
that, right? Yeah. So, good deal. All right. That is Jaru, Lazar. She is going to move to here. Then I'll bring the map over here. As she flees into the night. She runs to here. All right. And we go next to
Pretty Bobby.
Pretty Bobby. Okay, it's going to dodge. That's what he does.
Okay.
Interesting.
Nope, doesn't move. His intelligence is 16, so he's not moving. All right, that brings us to Flander. What are you gonna do, Flander?
Okay, Flander yells out to Ryota here. Well, you got a face only a mother could love. If she didn't die laughing, that is, and does vicious mockery.
Jeez.
All right,
Wow.
Wisdom save.
And
I fail my save. So what happens?
9 points of
heck
psychic
yeah.
damage.
What's that?
9 points of psychic damage.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Boom.
A little mom talk over there.
And I think you get there's something else that happens to them, right? Vicious mockery.
Let me double check that.
I think there's something else.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, I believe they get
Disadvantage on their next attack.
On their next attack, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So is Pretty Bobby looking?
Yeah, looking rough. Looking as pretty as she was when she first started. Let's say that. It's hard to tell. Honestly, it's hard to tell. I'm gonna be perfectly frank. It's hard to tell. Let's just say that
There was already blood on the face?
her family didn't call her Pretty Bobby. It was all right. So that was Flander. Anything else you're gonna do, Flander?
I can't see Eckankar, so I can't do healing word on him.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You can run into the darkness if you want.
Maybe I will run over
You're gonna call them names and then run away.
to the darkness and to see if I can grope in there and get a hold of him.
Yep, but it's not someone you can touch. It has to be someone you can see.
Is that you, Eck?
You in there?
You run over there and you're kind of feeling around. You can kind of feel him in there. Yeah.
Mhm.
Flander, that's so forward. Why are you grabbing me?
You can't see. How do you know it's Flander?
That's true. It could be anybody.
I'll say if you can touch him, you can cast a spell. That's fine.
No.
Oh, don't worry, I'm a doctor.
Pull his arm out of the darkness.
Give him a heal. Give him a healing word.
Okay. All right, healing word it is.
All right. That is now Allure the Flesh Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take off the map.
Kind of a scary name of a person to be running around town.
No.
Uh,
To be fair, we never caught their name.
Yeah, that's true. We don't know that, but they do.
All right. Let's go, and then he is also going to flee off the map. So you see these two that were over here on the far side. They both.
They just effed off.
Yeah.
They're in town still, guys. Maybe they're running towards the elves.
Eckankar, what are you gonna do? Did you get healed?
Okay, you get 9.
You got 9
9
points.
points.
Yeah, 9
level
points,
one, a level 1 healing word for 9 points.
Yep.
All right.
Max.
Oh, wow. Dang, feels good. All right. I will double move. And then action surge. And attack him.
Ooh. Smite his ass.
That's the plan.
You to stay still.
Nope.
You.
27 to hit.
Let me
that's
double check. But yeah, go ahead. You hit him.
All right. And I'll second level divine smite. So 7 points bludgeoning to begin with.
Oh, somebody's not happy about this guy.
Nope.
So,
very low roll for the smite. Only another 11.
So what's the total?
18.
So then, yeah.
18 points, yeah.
18.
Yeah, there's still good damage,
Still
Right.
good damage, but yeah.
You action surge, so you get a
middle.
second attack on him.
Yeah, I will attack
Again.
again.
Come on, hit him.
And a crit.
Oh,
But you can't smite
almost
twice.
the same amount of damage. 17 points of damage.
Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Too bad you can't smite twice.
You only get
Oh.
I know.
Somebody
I
get their
could,
ass kicked
I
for
could
this at
melt
least.
this guy.
Yeah, he's looking pretty shaky right now.
Yeah.
Ryota's
hope this
not doing
works
so
then.
great.
Yep.
Shit.
Bam. Bam.
Lear, what are you gonna do?
You know,
All right, I really hope this works. Flander, you hear some awful bone crunching noises from in the darkness.
Oh, gross.
A
my
giant
God.
spotted lion leaps out
Oh
of the
my
darkness
God.
over your head and runs over towards Ryota and gives him a good old rend claw.
Oh
Over
my
your head.
gosh.
You
Please
have
let
a-
this hit.
Of course you
Come
have
on,
a giant
come
reach
on.
with a giant.
25 to hit.
hey, you rolled a good number that time.
That is gonna hit.
All right, so
Come
he
on,
needs
Lear.
to make a dexterity. It's actually 8. Or no, wait, no, it's 16. 16 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Oh, he's not good at that.
It's probably not his.
I rolled an 18.
Oh, he's
I have a
fine.
-1. I rolled I have a 17
Wait,
total.
wait. He's got. Oh no, the vicious mockery doesn't do it like that. Okay,
No.
that's
He's
fine.
up. He's still up.
He
He's still up.
actually made it. He's not very strong. But hey,
But
don't
yeah.
badger him. His
So he took the
mother's still
16
proud of him.
points of piercing anyway.
16?
Yep.
Oh, that's yeah.
He might be prone because he's dead.
And Flander goes.
He's not feeling great.
Oh. You have a
Flander
second
says,
attack?
I do. Well, wait.
Did you double move or
No,
anything?
I can. I can only make a second attack if he's prone with this.
Oh, okay, got it. Perfect. All right.
Does feel cat-like, doesn't it?
Never.
Down and pounce.
Actually, I'm gonna finish moving a little bit more. I can move. If I move just 5 more feet. Wait. How does pack tactics work? Does I have to be within 5 feet, or does he have to be within my attack range? Because that's 10 feet.
Your ally has to be within 5 feet of the enemy.
I have advantage on him then. So
Your ally has to be within 5 feet of the enemy, is that what you said?
Yes.
I don't think you get it done.
I might just. Let me just crit fish real quick, just in case.
You have pack tactics with that creatures, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Oh!
Not a crit. That's okay. So yeah, just a 16, and he resisted the prone. So that's all for this one.
That's a lot.
It's good.
I like how you're
Good
staying out
job.
of the
Yeah,
pond, too.
you just hammered him down. He's just like, what is going on here? All right.
I roar really loud.
It is Ryota's turn. Oh, what can he
I
do?
didn't ask me which.
Why didn't I stay put when he told me to? He was just holding me nicely.
Well, they were having a big argument when they were attacking. Some were attacking, the other ones weren't. They were just like, what are you doing?
Somewhat similar to our party.
Why are you arresting these
what are you
people?
doing?
They're kind of really painful, actually.
At first, they were like they were trying to figure it out. You know, they were yelling about certain things, and then next thing you know, that they're just like. So this group, whatever they are, they apparently not are what they can consider a cohesive unit.
Yeah, then maybe
No,
didn't,
they're kind of
wanna-
just they kind of abandoned him a little bit here.
They did.
2 party members left behind.
They also knew that he could get out though, because they probably knew that he had that teleport spell.
All right,
Yeah,
I
whatever it
gotta
was,
check.
Misty Step.
It's his turn. Yep. He uses that item again. He's gonna touch it, and this time he's going to emit a burst of electricity in a 20-foot
All right.
diameter around. Please make me a dexterity save, both of you.
Come on, Ek.
Come on, 20.
Yes.
4.
All right,
Jesus.
if you
That's
made
okay.
it, you
You're a
take
big cat.
20 electrical. If you failed it, you take 40.
It's all right.
Oh, I'm barely up.
8 points.
Yup. All right.
Oof. The lion did not make
He was
that
trying. He
crazy.
was hoping that he was gonna. He was hoping he's going to defeat you. So he is going to now. He has little choice in the matter. So he's gonna hope you miss.
Yup. Come
because,
on, I can
he
do
literally,
this.
He's like, I will
he
run
really,
now.
he's really, literally taking off. I'm assuming you're gonna take an
Yeah,
attack.
I'm gonna take my
You both of you get it?
and I want to be to go to the rules. I can't use a smite here, right?
No, you're not in a bonus attack like that.
Yep.
Not in a.
Okay.
Are you leaving your threatened
All right.
space too, Cameron?
Yeah, he's within my threatened space. so I will
You
also
might
hand
have.
it
Do you have
in.
the because there's one where you get a bonus.
23 to hit.
That's a hit.
I got a 20
8
to
points
hit.
of bludgeoning.
11 points of piercing.
Boom. Drops. Boom.
Yes!
Rolls down. You see that
We got him.
little cylinder in his hand, and it goes. Boom. It lays on the grass as it drops.
Dude, we got him. I can't believe we got him.
And I believe it was that darkness is not really that's not a spell, so he's not concentrating on it. But I'm gonna remove it anyway.
Oh, he did just ink though, huh?
He did, yeah, that's just what he can do.
It's actually yeah, that's a special ability that he has. It's not. Let me just get rid of that.
Non-concentrational.
All right. Yeah, it's not a concentration for him to cast that spell. All right.
Heck, I want whatever he was touching to blast that electricity. Jesus.
I know, right? Whatever he's got, I want it.
Cameron, did you keep your concentration for the? Because that thorn thing is
Oh,
concentration, right?
shit. I guess it is.
Why don't
I'm
you
gonna
roll?
say
How many?
that
I'd
it's
imagine.
probably- It's probably gone.
I'll just say it's gone. How about that? He wants it gone anyway because he wants to run through it.
Yeah.
You do.
yeah.
You want to run through the area. Chase
No,
it.
I'm
Pretty
just,
Bobby definitely wants to run through it.
I would be dropping it anyway to beeline it to Pretty Bobby.
that might not be necessary.
Oh, Jaru is
Hopefully.
pretty confident.
Hey, I would. Jaru. He does some cool stuff. That's for sure.
Yeah, Jaru's pretty strong.
All right. That is Jaru's turn. Jaru, what are you going to do?
5 magic missiles just burst out of the air, slamming into him for 21 points of damage.
Screw your AC.
21.
Dang.
Yeah.
Nice. I gotta see how many hit points he has left over.
How do you
Token
get to
21. Oh, he's still good. 21 total, right?
hmm
I just double checking. Yeah, he's still up.
And as a bonus, well, can't do that. But I can run forward.
All right. Magic missiles going into him. So you cast magic missile. Oh, I gotta get my map down to the right area so everyone sees. You cast magic missile into
You had
good
an
old
extra
Pretty
5.
Bobby. Man,
That's +1.
what did Pretty Bobby ever do to you?
No, they have it in the roll.
What did Pretty Bobby
Is it
ever
in the
do to
one?
you?
In the
Yeah.
roll?
Yeah, I think it might be 5 less.
Oh, it is. Subtract 5 from that.
Oh, for the damage? Okay. All right, good. Yeah. One more round to live a little bit, do some damage. Nice. All right.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I didn't bother to check to see if it was rolling because if it shot up with a 5, then I'd be like, oh,
Right. It was like 4, 4, 3, 2, 3. Okay, that looks like D4s. Yeah.
All right. So here's the thing. We're gonna go one more round in this, and then we're gonna pick it up as you guys give chase through the town with the other people. So as we close out this, we're gonna do one more round to see if is Pretty Bobby fleeing and gonna be part of the chase, or are you gonna be able to take him down before the end of this round? Once he's off the map, then we're gonna go to town chase rules.
Oh,
So
Okay.
we'll go from there. And I'll do a closeout, and then we'll
is
kind
the
of
gargoyle going to help Chase?
the gargoyle.
Gargoyle's dead.
I meant the other
Is
ones.
it another?
All right, so she's going to Lazar right here. She's going to take off as well.
Such good team members.
Yeah, they really care about Ryota.
Yeah,
Didn't even turn into
they,
a giant goose or
He
anything.
was supposed to get out there, and he didn't.
the thing about it is they were yelling at
He
they were
said-
yelling at him.
And he could have the whole
They
time.
were yelling at
He
him.
had that freaking, was it probably Misty Step or something, right? You could just be like, bloop.
Yeah. We really mucked their plans up here.
Yeah, whatever they were doing, you're not sure. So that brings us to Pretty Bobby himself. Pretty Bobby himself. Yeah, gonna take one attack at Jaru.
Is never mind.
Missed you. Let's see. Take the second one. Missed you.
How long does that booming blade last? Is it done now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
gone now.
Yeah.
took 3 attacks on you and missed you, but you are going to be able to take a attack of opportunity on him.
I certainly will. And I'll be casting Booming Blade on him. Gotta love Warcaster.
Yeah.
Do it this way.
Oh,
All right. So make your attack
Another
roll.
crit.
Did you crit?
he did.
He critted.
All right.
Oh, I did crit. Okay.
He did.
Nice.
Plus
Damage on the
Booming
dice
Blade.
there.
Let's see. Is that the damage?
The 10 there? Yeah, but you'd have to add another
Yeah.
I'll add another
D6.
and a D4.
That's an attack roll, not a damage roll.
Oh, yeah, that is attack.
Oh, that is attack roll?
Yeah, that's your third attack.
Yeah, that was an attack roll.
Because you have the 3 times you can throw
Roll
attack.
damage. There you go. So that's critical rolls right there. Good.
So 7 plus 3 is 10. And then plus 2d8
For a booming blade.
for Booming Blade that it's maximized as well.
Woof.
Nice. So
19 total?
yeah.
19? All
Yeah,
right.
19.
10 plus 9.
What's D8s? Would maximum dice be 16?
Oh, you're just doing the maximum?
Crits are scary.
Wow.
in
I
this-
love
this
elephant
method.
accuracy.
No, the damage from Booming Blade does not does whatever the target move is not multiplied by critical.
Critical.
hit.
Okay, so it's
26 points.
so it's
then, is
only
that
9 points then.
Correct?
Yeah,
10 plus 7
but
plus
your
9.
your weapon damage is multiplied, but the Booming Blade is not.
Got it.
Okay, so
10 plus 7 plus 9, I think.
yeah.
Is what we ended up with.
Okay, yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I was like, that's
That's a lot of
That's a
damage,
little
though.
overpowered for a cantrip, so I thought that makes sense. Check. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So that is
I'll be still going, huh?
Or running away,
now,
right?
is she? Oh, is she gonna do that? She is now. She just takes 2d6 when she flees,
2d8.
right? 2d8 when she
Mhm.
flees. Yeah, she's going to take the 2d8. So give me the 2d8 and tell me if she's still up or not.
Roll high.
Roll high.
7.
All right.
That was close to average.
All right.
Roll mid.
We're going to flee off the map. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is all they're doing. Takes us to. I keep wanting to push it to map layer and not GM layer. It flees off the map. All right.
Whew, all right.
Dang.
Here's what's going to happen. So we're going to go back over to Hemo. As you linger in the evening after debating what Erlam has said, you stand there discussing with Sanjeet. Sanjeet asks you, "Sir, does this mean you're going to lose the school?"
Not if I can help it, Sanjeet. I'm sure this is just a misunderstanding. Certainly they must be reasonable people. They know that this building must be used for something. Certainly they should have no problem with the school.
They're a bank, and they have you by the short hairs.
I'll talk to them, Sanjeet. Don't you worry. I need you to focus on your training.
Very good, sir. I'm just concerned. So if you need me to help you in any way, you just let me know.
I will do that. Thank you, Sanjeet.
Sir, what is that over there? He points into the dark. And on the far side, you see several flashes of white lights. Seems to be on the far side of Tribor. As you sit upon the bluff here, you can see it happening.
Must be. Are those arcane spells?
Will you do an arcane check on that?
Yeah, give me an arcane check on it.
I'm in the room.
What'd you
Critical success with the 28.
Less successful with the 15.
You think these are arcane bursts that come from evoker, some kind of an
Evocation
evoker.
spells?
Yeah.
Don't say that. Those are spell casting right now. Evocation spells.
Evocation spells?
Do we investigate?
Has that damn wizard finally gone senile? All right. Yeah, we should check it out.
All right. Well, you're not wearing any armor. Are you going to try to put some armor on?
Oh, yeah.
How long does it take you?
Light armor instead of 5 minutes.
Light armor, it shouldn't be too long.
Yeah. So you begin putting on your light armor. You take a round.
Yeah,
so you're gonna wait.
Theo steps outside, takes him around to get over to it, and he just sort of like he comes back 2 rounds later, and he's got his full plate armor on. All right.
Sanjeet looks over as you begin putting your armor on and goes, "Sir, do you want me to go with you to check on what's going on here?"
No, that's okay. That's okay. Why don't you go home? We're ending class early for the night. Or what am I saying? You should have gone home
sure,
long
sir?
ago.
I could be of service to you.
Yes, Sanjeet, you're still recovering from being jumped by things that explode. I will deal with this one.
Very, very good.
Go get
sir.
your rest.
Very good, sir. Well, that was strange that when I went behind the house and saw those strange creatures last time. I must say, I am feeling a bit better though. All right. Well, I'll go upstairs then.
Can I aid him to don his armor? That speeds
You
it up,
can.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Helping you clasp
All
it
right.
on
You
stuff.
start helping him clasp the armor, and there's where we'll leave off for tonight, with this strange group suddenly appearing as in the middle of town. You don't know what they were doing. The gargoyle conveniently or strangely attacking the creature. The 4 of you together. One of their enemy has gone down, but the other ones are fleeing into the city. They see him running into the city as you give chase.
And why did the gargoyle attack? Whose gargoyle was it?
Do we know?
So
Strange
and
mage.
Meanwhile, you are going to be donning your armor and helping Hemo to get his. with that, we'll end this session. Now, as I promised, we are going to see Craig's new poster.
Yes.
Craig
Excellent.
gave us.
I can't wait.
So let me bring up a sort of a neutral map here, and we can. I'll show you all the great poster. I'll make sure at home that Craig's poster is put up on the screen as best can, and I might even zoom in a little bit because there are a few pieces that are a little bit smaller to read. You guys want to kind of zoom in your
Cool.
map a little bit to see it, but it is well worth it. So let me go back to my stuff.
These
here.
eyebrows better be on point.
All right, here we go. Okay, I see.
There it is.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
There we
All right, so
Whoa.
go ahead and click and
Oh,
open it up.
amazing.
You can click and open it up,
That
and,
is cool.
and everybody at home, you're going to see it now too. You can see that this is a pretty dang cool thing, and you can zoom
Oh,
in
yeah.
on your map to bring it up. My favorite part is
Nice
the
one,
The
Craig.
Barnaby Dash
The
logo.
Barnaby Dash.
That's
Barnaby Dash.
amazing.
It says Otari Absalom, and then it says Barnaby, and the sign there says Barnaby A. S. Giger, attorney at law. But somebody put a question mark on it, which is
Attorney at law question.
Maybe an
There's a crab with
attorney.
the
Like, I'm just not sure.
yeah. And the deed is there.
Indeed, pinned to the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, there are so many cool little callbacks for the people who watch. If you haven't watched Troubles in Otari, it's a really fun little mini adventure. We had a lot of fun with it,
All the spiders in that
Yeah.
place too.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Oh
of
my
spiders
goodness.
in there.
and you can see the
There's the log
holes
chute in the
there.
background.
Oh, yeah.
Greg, thanks.
yeah.
That is so awesome.
epic.
What am I looking at?
Well done.
I like the spiders. I like the goblins in the background and in
Yep.
the path.
Hellhounds.
Yep.
Oh, man, that's
Oh,
wonderful.
Oh, those damn hellhounds.
See Tamily there.
So lucky to have
Truly
such
amazing.
creative fans.
Straight out a little bit.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God, I know.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think this is really neat.
And Ophi, whatever he is.
Yeah,
Whatever the hell
Ophi is.
Ophi is.
Yeah.
Thanks
So-
AI for that.
That's so awesome.
That's awesome. Well, thanks
Ophi's
thanks
wonderful.
for hanging out a little extra.
Yeah.
Next week we're going to find out what happens as the chase it begins to run amok within the actual city of Tribor, and we're going to see where we go from there. So
Making a mess of my city.
thanks for joining us for session 1. We're going to hit session 2 next week. So until then, you guys have a good night.
Good night, y'all.
See?
Good
Bye
night.
for now.
See you all next time.